Okay, so last I left off, I stopped the recording and started the recording again because it was acting weird. Okay, so last I left off, I think I was in the middle of the prologue. I think I was on... What is Anna? I don't know what Anna is. Let's go to prologue day 2. Good evening. Day 2 of serving dogs. Are you ready? No. Cheer up! No. That attitude won't make things easier for yourself. Serving dogs won't ease things either. Have you heard anything from Gil? Nope. But he should be having fun wherever he is. Also, did you know we had darts? Yeah, I did. Why didn't you tell me? Because that's the kind of stuff you should just assume. A target board usually comes with a set of darts. You like darts, boss? Not particularly. But now I owe an apology to someone. Anyway, call me if you need anything. Is there a way to up the text speed? No? I can turn scan lines on, which looks like shit on stream. So, well then. Time to pick music! I'll start off with that one. I'm just picking them at random. I think I picked the same song twice, whoops. Can I have a big beer, please? Thank God, a human. Sure, coming right up. I gotta get the big beer. How do you make beer again? How do you play this game again? I don't remember. 2 of these. 4 of these. 2 of these. 4 of these. And it's mixed. Here. Thank you. May I ask what you do for these dogs, Miss, Beatrice, but everyone calls me Betty. And why do you need to know that? If you've been stuck with dogs all day, you'd also be curious when a human walks in. Fair enough. I'm their veterinarian. They're all your clients? Yeah, company-issued vet. I mean, I have my own office, but it's in their building. So you're Betty the vet... Oh, cram it. Sorry, not in the mood for puns right now. I'll keep it in mind, Denny. Keep in mind... Anything else I might need to avoid bringing up around you besides puns? Enhancements. But that's harder to shove into the conversation in the first place. Noted. What do you have against enhancements, anyway? They're unnatural. They go against the very idea of human evolution. But there's a certain wall that humans can't cross without enhancements. It's not like having something replaced will automatically make you an expert in things. If anything, getting an enhancement sets you back until you get used to it. Yeah, but that just makes things too easy on paper. Anyone with money can replace their body parts and call it a day. But you have a point. Skill doesn't ship with enhancements, at least not yet. Sorry for the outburst. I have my story with enhancements. Well, I don't mind. It's way more entertaining than serving drinks to talking dogs! Sorry. Speaking of which, that's my job right now. Do you want another drink? I'm fine for now. Call me if you need anything. Sure. And the dogs are back. Wyrmfrigger. Have you seen a red dot? I've seen many things in my life, but a red dot, not today, no. Do you have any red drinks? Red drinks? Yeah, the drink might know something. Right. A red drink. I guess I'll just go through them all. What's a red drink? If it's got the word blood in it, maybe. Bronson. This doesn't really have an effect on the story, so it doesn't matter how I do it. Yeah, that's red. Here. Thanks! Okay, punk, hear me out. You're gonna tell me where that red dot is, or I'll drink you. I'm not bluffing. I'll drink you all up. Bangkok Bastard says, those damn Pomeranians, they think they can come and take our jobs. Excuse me? We've been getting some serious media attention because the company only hires corgis. Must be slow news day. But you know what I say? It's good that we don't hire anyone else. We don't need more races ruining our workplace. Next thing you know, they'll be asking us to hire cats. Wouldn't other races bring new skills to the company? Shut up! What do you know? Now give me a bad touch. Bad touch. On the rocks and mixed. Mixed. Here. Racist dogs. What are the odds? Wait, if I can't tell the difference between them, does that make me racist too? Would it matter if you're racist against racists? Bartender, please stop dozing off. I need booze. Sorry, what can I get you? A Zen Star. The vet wants a Zen Star. 4 of each ingredient. God, this girl drinks a shitload! All on the rocks and mixed. Thank you. Something on your mind? Willing to lend an ear? It's in the job description, whatever that... What did that say? It's in the job description, kind of. Alright then. So you mentioned the thing about talking dogs. I thought... People throughout the ages have always dreamt about talking to animals. Never mind the fact that we could always understand their body language. Now that we understand them, what do we find out? They're just furry, adorable little office workers. Actually, scratch that. I've yet to meet a furry office worker with half the charisma of these little guys. You've met furry office workers? I've seen my share of the world, bartender. Sounds like you're tired. It's fleas and tick season. I am tired. So you're a tick... Don't... you... dare. Well, this whole free bar thing is nice, though, I guess. It would have been nicer if we actually had time to properly get properly ready. What do you mean? I found out about the booking yesterday as I was getting ready. Did the client ask for something special? Was there something I needed to know about them? My boss didn't specify anything. All she said to me was, pretend like it's any other day. That was a screw-up on our end, sorry. They were desperately looking for a place to celebrate. I was actually surprised to find out they got a place. Why all the sudden plans? Did they forget their anniversary or something? We found a place, but the Cardigans were the one that hired it. Then some stupid argument arose, and the Cardigans decided that they didn't want to have any Pembrokes at their party? Am I supposed to know what that is? I swear to God, these dogs are like annoying little suburban kids. What are these cardigans I keep hearing about? Oh, just another kind of corgi, except with different fur colors and slightly different attitude. All of this is so silly. I've seen dogs play with cats, dogs play with other dogs, and dogs mating with dogs twice their size. Well, that's what happens when you have dogs mimicking their owners. I mean, that's the reason they're in a bar in the first place. But I guess the media focus on the Pembrokes didn't help. I'm assuming that's another type of corgi. If you'll excuse me, I have dogs to... Yeah. Oh yeah, do your job, don't mind me. Tortilla Pope? Tortilla? Why can't I say it right? Tortilla Pope. Grab the tortilla. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You? I am? Whoa, thanks, buddy! What can I serve you? Well, a big sunshine cloud would be nice. The dog wants a big sunshine cloud. That's just a sunshine cloud, but big. Let's get this dog fucking wasted. On the rocks and blended. Here. Ah, ain't you a cutie? Loopy doopy poo. Woof. Coo rage. You know what I hate, man? What do you hate, dog? Cabbages, man! They're like lettuces that decide to go to the gym. They think that they are a big deal because their leaves are harder. Guess what? I don't like them! Calm down, dog. Do you want anything? For cabbages to not exist. I meant to drink. Oh, I'll have a big grizzly temple. He's got a point. If only cabbage didn't taste so good. Here you go, chill out for a bit, dog. Thanks, man. Bartender! Yeah? Do you have anything sweet? We're talking about drinks, right? Are you hitting on me? If that's how you want to see it. Let me see what I can get you. And make it big. Do you like them big, Miss Betty? It's not the size, but how you sell it. Gourmet food exists for that sole reason. She wanted sweet. Can I get a big girl, big blue fairy? Yeah, get her fucking wasted. Mix. I thought it said blended. Almost messed that up. Here. Thanks. Now I'm curious, what's the weirdest client you've ever gotten? I wouldn't be able to tell you. There are many kinds of weird. Pick the first one that comes to mind. Well, there was this one guy that spent 30 minutes arguing with himself before ordering. That's not that weird. He came in wearing a Velociraptor mask and wouldn't stop screaming! He left humming Moonlight Sonata afterwards. Yeah, that's weird. At least he left a nice tip. Speaking of anecdotes, can I ask what's your story with the enhancements? Why the interest? Because it seems like a personal thing. It doesn't sound like it's a question of ethics. And honestly, I'm really bored. Sure, I can entertain you a bit. Back when I was a college freshman, some friends of mine decided to get their hands enhanced. I knew that water would come back to kill me. It was around that time that we all started practicing surgery. Sorry? They just wanted to bypass all the practice needed. And so they hired this shady character who would supposedly hook them up. I only talked one of them out of it. The others went off with the guy and got their hands chopped off. This is one of those stories that ends badly, I'm guessing. Yeah, 4 girls underwent the shady surgical procedure. 2 lost their hands, 1 was left with an arthritic mess, and the last one died on the operation table. So yeah, I'm not too fond of enhancements. Especially if they're taken in an effort to avoid effort. This culture of become better automatically with enhancements really gets on my nerves. That story sounds so familiar. Did that shady guy have a bleached mustache and tattooed black eyebrows? He also talked using an electrolarynx. You seen him? I remember news about the police catching someone who was performing illegal surgeries. Never thought I'd meet someone affected by him. It's a small world, isn't it? Well, I guess I gotta check on the dogs to see if they're fine. I'll keep serving them booze, thanks for sharing the story. Yeah. Accident?! Hey, man, have you ever felt like time is moving too fast? Tonight I'm feeling like it's not moving fast enough. Lucky you! They say that if time feels like it's going by too fast, you're having a good time. What can I serve you? I want a bad touch. What is this game? Oh, why can't I just click on it? Maybe you're right, thanks. Dog 5. Bartender? 1 Brantini, please. Sure. Aged and mixed. Here. Excuse me, the beer mat's dirty. Sorry, I'll change it. Nah, leave it like that. It already ruined the Brantini anyway. Hey, bartender! Bartender, barter, tarbender. Your job has a funny name. You don't say. You're a cute bard enter. I swear I could just eat you up! Please don't. When did you get drunk? I've been a little dizzy for a while now, but it's just properly kicked in. Also, some of the dogs invited me over for a drink, except I'm not drunk. Right. Can you give me a small Brantini? I will definitely pay you money. But you don't have to pay me. Will you really buy me that drink? You're so lovely. Yeah. Let's leave it at that. What happens if I give her a big one? I'm never gonna memorize all of these. She should probably stop having these as well. This is smaller than I thought. You're in no position to drink anything more than that thimbleful. Maybe you're right. What made you become a veterinarian? I love animals! They're so cute, so funny, so huggable! I want to keep them happy, that's why I became a veterinarian. It's not always easy, but the knowledge that I've helped these cute, cuddly, squishy animals lets me sleep like a baby at night. Lovely. Speaking of love, have you ever been in love, Bertay? Haven't we all been in love at some point in our lives? Why? I need advice, and you look like a nice person. It's about someone who is really focused on his job, so I figured you'd understand. Still, what do you need to know? How do you get the attention of someone like that? Of someone that's so hyper-focused on something he disregards everything else? Taking an interest in whatever he's obsessed with is a good start, but there's really no science to this. Make him feel loved and special, just like you would do with anyone else. You sure? He's like really, really, really obsessed. If he's a decent member of society, yeah, I see no problem with that. I hope you're right. I'm fresh off a breakup, and I seriously need a hug. Oh yeah, how do I fix the facts it's a guy? How do I fix the fact it's a guy? What? Beg your pardon? I'm not into guys, but this here is a guy. What do I do? Right, need to serve dogs, sorry. No need, we're leaving. Already? Don't worry, we'll come back tomorrow. Thank dog. I mean God! God! Dog gammit. Done for the day, I'm guessing? Yeah. You might want to get some insecticide or something to make sure we're not full of fleas. What does the health inspector think of this stunt? The health inspector is too afraid to come to this part of the city, so I'll assume he's fine with it. Right. Say, boss, you look tense. Really? Weird. So I'll call it a day here. Thank you for your hard work. Okay, day 3. That went by a lot faster than I thought it would. It's been 22 minutes. Never mind. You look bummed, boss. Starting tomorrow, there will be no more corgis in our bar. Why wouldn't I be sad? Maybe because starting tomorrow, there will be no more corgis at the bar. I wonder if the Shibi Appreciation Society might be interested in booking us. One problem at a time, boss. Wait, I know someone from the Pomeranian Development Institute. One problem at a time! Still, you've been tense ever since Friday. Are you worried about Gil or something? Trust me, of all my worries, Gil is the least of them. Put on some music and enjoy the day, won't you? Random music. Gotta go from the middle this time. Damn it. I have coincidentally heard this song so many times. Bartender, we meet again. Oh, Miss Betty. Hello. And Mr. Corgi Lover. Call me Deal. Deal. Deal? Deal. That satisfied look off your face is you two. What can I serve you today? I'll have a beer. I'm not the designated driver today, so give me a fringe weaver. One fringe weaver and one beer. How to make fringe weaver. Aged and mixed. And then beer. I wonder if it makes a difference how much of the alcohol content I actually give them. If that, like, alters their behavior at the end. I almost didn't click that. Here. Thanks. Thank you. You seem distracted. Has serving so many dogs finally gotten to you? No, well, yeah, it's not that. My boss has been acting weird ever since Friday. Weird how? Romantic weird? Drug addict weird? Let's hope nobody finds the body in the fridge weird? For starters, there's the fact that she only told me we were being booked moments before we. Plus, she seems completely distracted or lost in her thoughts. Like you? Worse. Oh. She's not being herself, and that makes me wonder if something's going on. Like what? Do you run a human trafficking ring in the basement? No, we don't have a license for that. Well, thinking about it too much is not part of my job. Can I ask you something about your job? I've always been curious. What does the BTC need in their bartenders? What do you need to study? How is he blinking? Are there like mechanical shutters? Or are his eyes more like screens? They're screens. They train you from scratch so you don't have to study anything beforehand. What does the training involve? It's a lot of etiquette and regulation work most of our time. Most of our time, though, is actually spent in simulations. Simulations? Different scenarios involving different chemical hazards, that sort of thing. They want you to be able to respond to every possible situation that might come up involving our ingredients. I mean, the chances for failure are really slim, but it's better not to take those chances. I see. I'll be back with you guys in a bit. I must attend the other clients. Dogs, that. They are chasing me, man! Who? The cabbages, man! The god, this isn't the same dog, is it? They are everywhere. They are out for my rump. Never mind. Can I get you anything to calm down? A big blue fairy would be nice. The dog wants a big blue fairy! Aged and mixed. Here. Thanks, very nice of you. Third bark day. Something the matter? Nothing a drink can't solve. Not sure about that, but it's hardly my job to preach sobriety. What do you want? Give me a gut punch. Aged and mixed. Thanks. Hey, you ever felt guilty for being born the wrong race? The wrong race? The what now? I've just been hearing so much about how we're racist. I'm wondering. Are you racist? Not really. Do you feel like other corgis might be? Definitely. I mean, then why worry? It's not like they're calling you racist. You shouldn't take generalizations personally. You might be right. You should have seen the cutie I saw yesterday on the way home. She looked like a cat boomer. She was wearing a mini dress and had this prosthetic eye. I thought you were against people using prosthetics. I'm not against cute, though. Besides, I'm not against prosthetics, I'm only against enhancements. I don't see a difference between the two. Alright, let me put it this way. If you lost an arm and replaced it with a mechanical arm that does exactly what the older one did, I'm okay with it. But if you lost your arm and replaced it with a gun-loaded super arm from hell, that's something I'm not okay with. Even worse is, if you decide to replace your arm because of fashion or a whim, or to get better at some sport, that's completely not cool. That's the difference between prosthetic versus enhancement. I'm of a similar opinion about Lilim replacing their factory parts for kicks. If you think that's going to be an easy way of getting better at something, you're in for a bad surprise. Well, I can see why you think that, but what suggested to you that what she had wasn't an enhancement? If she had bad eyesight, wouldn't that count as an enhancement, even if it fixes it? How does reparative work factor into your ideologies? They might be enhancements, but they also replace something faulty. Well, damn it, stop making sense, you piece of scrap. You're weakening my resolve. Having fun? Oh, bartender, that was fast. There seem to be less dogs out today, at least, dogs that want to drink. Some of them ate their tickets. I'll be the one dealing with that later. What's your take on the whole enhancement discussion, bartender? My mom had a saying, anyone can make a chandelier out of their asses, which somehow means your body, your choices. If they're not hurting anyone, I don't really see the point in hating on them. See, Betty? Yeah, I didn't say I automatically hate anyone who has an enhancement. Me being against something isn't the same as being against someone. I'm not some 12-year-old blindingly hating someone because of something like that. Maybe you should practice what you preach. What does that mean? I fear retaliation, so I'm not saying another word. Are you two gonna order anything? I'm fine right now. She's drinking mine, actually. Call if you need anything else. Let's see. Ow! So much for avoiding retaliation. You're not gonna believe me. I was in the bathroom, and this other dog was looking at me from the top of the sink! You mean the mirror? No! Another dog! What can I serve you? I'm not gonna do anything about that other dog on top of the sink? I'm sure he doesn't want to hurt anybody, don't worry. I hope you're right. I want something really sweet. Yeah, Poop Eater wants something really sweet. I guess this one. Here you go. Thanks! Please think about that thing with the other dog on top of the sink. I will, don't worry. Well then. That was quick. Like I said, there aren't too many dogs today. When I heard someone booked us for 3 days, I expected more of an attendance. While you were gone, this fella here said that the Bleeding Jane is better than a pile driver. Please, prove him wrong. All I'm saying is I don't see the point in drinks that feel more like a kick in the mouth than a beverage. What do you think, bartender? Do you think there's any point in discussing non-alcoholic drinks in a bar? In my opinion, people who order a bad touch always make me giggle like an idiot, though. That's not an opinion, that's a statement. Well, please serve us either pile drivers or Bleeding Janes. We'll let you decide which one is better. So they gotta be the same? I guess a pile driver. Yeah, sure. Go with this. All mixed. Here. Jackpot! Oh, well. How did you two end up discussing that? Well, it started when I told this guy that I wasn't as crazy about the idea of working just for corgis. Why don't you like corgis? They're cute, fluffy, and funny, and they just, like, make you smile. Tell me one interesting thing about them. Legends say that they were created by a fairy, and that their dog breed was raised to fight dragons. You have to be kidding. No, actually, I heard that one too. Really? I can't see why you're so tired of them. Maybe because I only ever deal with them ever at their worst? You've only seen them in their happy state. I'm the one running feces samples and unclogging their sphincters if they eat their owner's dental floss. I might be their veterinarian, but they treat me more like a mom and not in a good way. It's like being a gynecologist. After a while, you stop seeing boobs and vaginas. Instead, all you see are issues that you must fix. At least they're cute issues. Depends. A gynecologist can't pick clients by age or preferences. I was talking about your job. Oh, that too, yeah. Still, I don't think it's too much that I'm tired of them As it is, I'm tired of you being so obsessed with them. I'm not obsessed, I'm passionate. You sleep with a corgi plushie and have a wall dedicated to photos you've taken at the company. I'm really passionate? Too much passion can become an issue, you know. Speaking of issues, did you talk with the directors about the whole cardigan conflict? I was gonna do that tomorrow when they're all together. But I still don't see why I should be the one doing it. For starters, they don't take me too seriously. Understandable. I don't take you seriously either. I mean, in the end, they're still dogs. They need someone with a strong, commanding voice. Are you saying I have a naggy voice? No, not your voice, just your entire demeanor. So I have a naggy demeanor? I'm assuming you two are talking about the whole race conflict. This is hurting them more than they think. The company might actually collapse at this rate. Which is terrible, because a couple of these dogs' families are dependent on their paychecks. Doesn't that count as unethical and unusual treatment of animals? It's a bit of a legal gray area. The dogs are doing it willingly, after all. Even if they weren't doing it willingly, the dogs aren't actually being mistreated or exploited. In fact, the company's pretty relaxed. Speaking of relaxed, how's Jurgen doing? Still complaining about his back, still unwilling to take his medicine. Says he's not that weak. Who's this Jurgen guy? My guardian. I passed the tests years ago, but I couldn't leave him. That's actually commonplace, isn't it? Lilim being unable to leave their guardian because they feel too much like family. Now, to be fair, people get attached to many things. Some even get obsessed with inanimate objects. My grandpa loved his car more than any of his sons. The one whose will left all his earthly possessions to his car, right? Yeah, that one. How do you become a Lilim's guardian? You fill a form with the Artificial Intelligence Council. And they do a background check. If they deem you useful, they'll give you authorization. You're given a week's notice before they give you all the data about the Lilim that you'll be taking care of. Don't yawn, god damn it. More water will fix this. Oh man, this game goes by fast. You'll have to watch over it until it can pass 3 different personality tests. If the Lilim wants to stay with you after that, that's your problem. So it's like adoption and the lottery all rolled into one? They do that to diversify the possible outcomes. 2 Lilim can be of the same model, but they'll grow differently depending on their guardians. What if something happens to the guardian? A new guardian can appeal for the council, stating that they're more fit for the position than the original. This happens when a guardian has become unavailable in some way. Or because you can back up claims of neglect or maltreatment. You spit out all that information like it's hard-coded into you. I worked in that department for some time before coming to STC. It's almost a reflex. Are you interested in becoming a guardian bartender? I'm just a nerd when it comes to AI in general. The money they give you for it is not that great, though. I see. Time to check on the dogs. Money shredder. Listen here, punk! Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a punk, it's just... I was chasing my tail, and now I'm too hyper to control myself! Sorry. Just give me anything. Alright. I'm gonna give him something sweet. This is good. Very good. Very good! Very good! Ah! No, see, I can see the value of other dog races. Like Pomeranians. Those are nice! But they aren't corgis. Well, I can understand that. I mean, remember that cute girl from yesterday I mentioned earlier? Yeah. The white knight that was with her? She wasn't half bad either. I mean, it was obvious that a tapestry of muscles was hidden under her armor. I prefer more delicate-looking girls, though. You can appreciate how something looks, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily your thing. And you, bartender? What? What dog race do you prefer? That's not the question I was expecting. Not much of a dog person, actually. Do you have any pets? A cat named Foray. Yeah. He's just a stray I rescued. Do you like rescuing girls, too? I'm sure I should be making a witty retort right now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say no. I've always thought that the rescue fantasy was universal. Why call it Foray? Foray is a Lilim I met some time ago. That... Never mind. Pretty lame name if you ask me. Better than calling it Asshat. I bet when you and Foray play, it's quite the sight, eh? He's so lively, sometimes I fear Foray shadows my presence entirely. You guys want to lose consciousness that much? You really need to calm down with the whole pun-hating stuff, Betty. But to move away from this whole Foray ground, what is this rescue fantasy you've mentioned before? You know, the one where wayward, dangerous souls redeem themselves through the power of love. The bad boy who turns away a life of crime. The drug addict girl who lives on the streets and turned tricks until she found a good man worth changing for. It's corny romance cliches 101. Oh my god, my sinuses will not fucking stop. Hold on 1 second. Nope, that just made it worse. Ugh. Fucking, I hate allergies. Also, I think I just accidentally changed my microphone volume. Home. No, I didn't. I'm just paranoid. Ugh. Well, you're the one with the shelf full of old lady romance novels. I'll trust you on this. Hey, Fabio the 13th is a national Fabio the 13th is a national treasure. You don't even like guys. Why do you read all those novels? They let you put yourself in the place of the main character quite easily. Even if said main character is a muscular man? I see no problem. Just, what is your self-image? If I can ask something else... What is it? Why do you hate puns so much? People cringe at puns, you know? But you react like you have a vendetta against them. They made me feel stupid. What? When I was a kid, everyone at my house had a penchant for making puns at the drop of a hat. I was the only one who couldn't get them. What is this song playing? Hold on. Dawn Approaches? I like that. I was the only one who couldn't get them. Years later, I finally got them, and they weren't that funny! They made me feel stupid. All in the name of some terrible joke that wasn't even funny in the first place. I said this so many times, I might as well just make it a recording, but you need to chill out, Betty. I am chilling out. Just because I complain about stuff doesn't mean I'm not relaxed. I'm not sure that's how it works. Trust me, when I'm tense and angry, you'll know it. I fear the thought. Anyway, I'll go check on the dogs. I'm supposed to be their doctor, and they're being suspiciously quiet. Be careful. You want anything else? I'll have a bloom light, actually. Make that 2, please. Bloom light. I don't think I've made that yet. Aged on the rocks and mixed. Here. Thanks. You seem to get along quite well. Well, when you are the only sentient humanoids in the entire company, it kinda happens. Sentient? Sentient. More water. We have a couple of test mannequins and cardboard cutouts, so... I see. Seems there's more to it than just that, though. I mean, even if you two are the only ones of your kind, you can still hate each other. Well, I guess I'm one of the few that can stand Betty. She's a really nice person, but she doesn't sugarcoat things. I can see that. You should see her treating those dogs. She becomes so patient and understanding, even if it's only for a little while. The dogs don't call her Mom to mock her. Can dogs mock people? I don't know. Even if it's only for a little while. You were eavesdropping? So you can say nice things once in a while. You say it like I'm the aggressive one here. It's nice hearing people say good things about you once in a while, you know? You should take your own advice. Maybe some other time. I'm not a hug box. Anything happened? A dog in the bathroom got angry at his reflection on the mirror and charged into it. Luckily, nothing bad happened. Just made the dog very confused. How the hell do they get on top of the sinks? They're surprisingly agile, even with those stubby little legs. Oh yeah, I ordered you this. By the way, Betty, how's Veronica? We broke up last month. What? Well, things were not going so well. We got too used to one another. Everything was starting to become routine. We decided to break up before things got bitter. And why didn't you tell me that before? Why? Did you want your turn at the Betty-mobile? I don't know, I guess I just didn't want to trouble you. And after a while, it stopped feeling like it was something relevant to say. Please don't do that again. Try trusting me. Yeah, you're right. You know what bothers me? The fact that asking after someone's health always... feels like you're walking on a floor full of glass shards. There's always this chance that the other person is not okay or even dead. And what started as a legitimately fun moment can go sour. Sorry for not trusting you, you piece of scrap. Don't worry, I understand why you did it. And now that I think about it, you sure hang out with us a lot, bartender. Well, dogs can only be so interesting, and besides, there haven't been as many dogs today. Is my presence unwanted? Not at all, especially since you're the one bringing the booze. You're like those cab drivers that like to chat all the way, but you smell better than most of them. Funny thing is that we're all unofficially associated with the local taxi line. They're the ones that send drunkards to their homes. You seem to really, really like talking to your clients. Like it's the best part of your job or something. It kind of is. I used to sit around in crowded places like malls or bars to think to myself, each and every person here has a story. It's a humbling experience. Everyone has dreams, fears, and loved ones. If you dig deep enough, you'll realize that the gap between the two random people isn't as big as you think it is. In fact, it's quite small. And in this job, you get to hear all kinds of stories. Some people just blurt it all out. Some do it while drunk. To know that no matter how similar they might seem at first glance, no two people are alike. It's fascinating. You could be a powerful information broker with all that knowledge. Not interested. I like to see myself more as a friendly ear rather than someone you need to be wary of. But I guess there's still decent folks out there. I'm not decent? You're critically obsessed with dogs. I'll go check if there's any other dogs that want something. Sure. Quick! A beer. Okay. Here. Thanks now. Boom! Why did you break the glass? I made breakfast! Get it? Because you made the drink fast and I broke it, and... Go. Tough crowd. Suddenly I understand the hate for puns. Hey, Bat Render! Yeah? Hey, your job has a funny name. You don't say. How is she already drunk? She drank way less than she did last night. Yeah, but she drank a bottle before coming here? Why? I wish I knew. It's an example of her alcohol tolerance, though. Bra Denter. I want to make a toast to my good friend, the robot here. Probably the only person, robot thing, that can stand my yapping for more than half an hour. Well, then, my job would be 5 times more boring and my life 2 times more meaningless. Cheers! You're not holding a drink. Then give me one, Ben Trader. Isn't that your job? I need a beer, a big one. She wants a big beer. It's probably one of the best things you can drink when you're fucking wasted. I think I've heard this song before. Alright, cheers! I said, cheers! Cheers. Cheers. Good! Grumpy when sober and a sweetheart when drunk. It seems like she's been like this since her university years. You make it sound like those were a decade ago. I can understand liking the taste of alcohol, but what's so good about getting drunk? First of all, I'm not drunk. You're too happy. I'm a happy person! When drunk. Anyway, it's something you just can't explain. You just like, your body needs it, craves it. That's called being an alcoholic. I prefer the term alcohol enthusiast. Anyway, humans actively look for things that make them feel lightheaded. Why else would they leave some poison and potentially poisonous foods that, like that weird balloon fish thing? Why would they eat spicy food or drink fermented milk? Do people drink fermented milk? Ugh. Seriously, how crazy does someone need to be to say, hey, let's eat this and see what happens? Worse yet, they've even found medicine among all that junk. The ones that invented penicillin was probably the worst of them all. Fair enough, but see, that's proof you're drunk. Wasn't the guy who discovered penicillin? Didn't he do that through a petri dish? It's not that weird. If you were sober, you would just say, hell if I know. Silly robot. Now that I think about it, what kind of robot are you? Lilum. Lilum always sounds too feminine. Okay then, what manner of piece of scrap are you? You don't know? Never cared. but now I'm curious. You won't remember it tomorrow. I'm a DT-01D, a social development robot. Is that like the DFC-72s? No, DFC-72s are designed to be as physically human as possible in order to blend in with humans better. My line is more tailored for resilience. We are work, Lilum. Why must you be cursed to be wait, what? Why must you be cursed to only one destiny from the moment you were born? You can do whatever you want, silly robot. Follow your dreams. I'm already doing it. Being created or hardwired for one duty only means you're more adept at certain things. Giving robots freedom of choice? That's the whole purpose of the ADN law. Yeah, but you know, you say you're resilient, but you don't look the part. I never upgraded my muscles, but I can stand up to 200 degrees Celsius without breaking a sweat. Lilum can sweat? Cooling agents, yes. No matter. You're still special to me, no matter what kind of robot you are. Lilum. No matter what piece of shit you are. Speaking of special, how come it isn't legal to marry a dog yet? I'm sorry? Excuse me, what? If humans are allowed to marry robots, Lilum, I meant Lilum. They should be able to marry dogs, too. Abtrender. That's me, I think. This guy here wants to bang a dog. Mock him. Excuse me? I do not. I was just saying that if humans are not now allowed to marry Lilum, why shouldn't they be able to marry animals? Because first of all, they're not humanoids. What about monkeys then? And now you want to bang a monkey? I do not. And second of all, dogs, just like many other animals, can't give you consent. But look at these dogs. Sure, they have the cognitive abilities of 7-year-olds, but they can talk, drink booze, and argue. So now you want to bang a 7-year-old? We have a regular here who would be delighted to hear that. I'm sorry? Stop it! Remember, Lilum human marriages were only sanctioned after the Lilum achieved full sentience. And even then, they used marriage as a way to evolve the collective source. Besides, dogs don't really love us that way. Trying to apply human ideas like marriage to a dog is like trying to feed vegetables to a carnivore, you get me? Says the ex-vegetarian. Why are you only smart when you're drunk? I'm not drunk! But anyway, if you want to screw a dog or chimp, go ahead. Just don't bring marriage or infants into the whole deal. But if you even start thinking about doing the horizontal mambo with 7-year-old, please seek some mental help. But I don't want to bang dogs or monkeys or 7-year-olds. Well, thank God. And why did you suddenly start talking about dog-human marriage? It's just, I was thinking about all the dogs in tuxedos, and I started picturing a dog in a bridal dress. I mean, just try and picture that. And I'm the drunk one? Wait, I'm not drunk. Why would I say that? Then again, when you get drunk, you only get dizzy. Do you have a limit? As in, a limit to how much you can drink before passing out? I just get disoriented to the point. I'm effectively useless. But I'm never pass out. Maybe if I passed out, I wouldn't have to deal with all the shit that follows. I always have to wait at least 24 hours before the effects pass. One has to wonder why they gave all those human flaws to Lilum. I read something about that. It said that by giving Lilum the same kind of weaknesses humans have, they would develop the same way humans do. That's why also they bite their lips randomly when eating? Seems like it. But it makes me wonder, exactly how anatomically correct are you? That's something I know and you don't. Any of you want anything else to drink? Yeah, I want nothing. You're drunk enough as is. You're not my dad. You can't tell me what I can or can't do. Beatrice Albert, stop drinking right now. Yes, Mom. Now go to sleep in the car. We're almost done here. But Mom! Go. Bye, bad nerder. It actually worked. If I didn't know she wouldn't remember anything tomorrow, I'd be afraid of her retaliation. Although I'm curious, why do you call her Miss Betty? Makes her sound like a teacher or something. Etiquette? I don't know. There's also something about her that makes it feel right to call her that. Maybe it's the forehead. I see. Well, I gotta get things ready, if you'll excuse me. Good luck! Wyvern lover? We're closing. Damn it! Well, everyone's safe in the cab. We are taking our leave, bartender. Thank you for providing such great service on such short notice. That's my job. You were interesting too? Well, thank you. I'll make sure to tell all our associates about the wonders of this place. Thank you, and please come again. We sure will. Send my regards to Miss Betty. Gladly. See you later, then. All done. Yep. Seems like we got some new regulars. It'd be nice if they came back, or that we're still here when they want to come back. You've been acting weird all weekend, boss. Are you okay? I am, but the bar is not. What do you mean? Well, I guess you have the right to know. The BTC sent me a message on Friday. Valhalla hasn't been bringing in much income in these last few months, which means that we are at the risk of being wiped off the map. Oh, wait, that's it? Okay. Okay, I guess that's the whole prologue. What is Anna? Demo? I'll figure it out later. I'm assuming this is where I left off. Day 3. Apparently this game has like 18 days, so this is going to be a bit of a long one. Your membership to Shining Finger will automatically renew on the 17th. Make sure your account has at least $800 by then. I also know that apparently I need like $10,000 in my account by the end of this game for some reason, so I'm just going to save a bunch of money. I'm pretty sure I, looked at everything, didn't I? Don't buy anything else. Didn't I read everything? Yeah, I read all this. I think. Let me look at this. Yeah. Let's go to work. Good evening. Oh, hi there. I was expecting the bar to be different before opening hours, but I guess it's just the same tired thing. Alma? Ah, Leonidas. Gillian. Marcello. I stumbled across her on my way in and asked if she wanted to tag along. Hope you don't mind. Sure, make yourself at home. Where's Boss? She didn't put the helmet on again, did she? She went out for a bit. I don't know what for, but she'll be back. Alright. Alma, make yourself comfortable while I prepare. Right, thanks. I think I picked the same song twice. Whoops! Time to mix drinks and change lives. Did I pick the same fucking song again? That's the wrong one. Mix it up. What was that? Oh, just something they made me say back in the instruction. It's kind of stuck. Huh. I went to a school that made us stand up with our hands on our backs when someone came in. That habit didn't rub off until high school or so. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Oh yeah, look at this. A glass with a signature? I'll assume it's either an autograph or an impromptu medicine recipe. That Kira Miki girl came here yesterday before a concert, actually. Oh yeah, now I see her name here. You don't seem very surprised. I like Beanlink more, actually. The stoic-looking duo, right? Yep, those. Seems you had a better day than mine yesterday. I had to break up with Damien. I see. Want a drink? You don't seem very surprised. We've known each other for, what, a few months now? I'd be interested if those relationships of yours went further than a week or two. You say you broke up, but there's usually not enough time to foster something to break. It's more like, the guy wasn't what I wanted, so I stopped flirting. You could pretend to be more interested, you know. Like my mom says, if I don't buy it, it's because I know the product. Speaking of buying, do you want a frame? A frame? Yeah, for all these pics you have of your boss. The ones filling your phone's memory. Some sneakily taken at that. Is that true? What do you care? How the hell did you find that out? So it is true. Shut up. I'm a hacker, remember? You shouldn't piss off a hacker. I really like this one of her sleeping in her office. I think I'll copy it. You... Can you make me a bad touch before we keep arguing? Is she, like, mentally tapping into the database? Like 4:30 in the morning. Oh, god damn it. Why am I failing this? What? 2 Bronson extracts. 2 powdered deltas. 2 of these. Oh, I was missing those. Whoops. Here. Who gives these drinks their silly names? Usually the one who registers it. Some people have quite the silly sense of humor. Like that girl who keeps laughing over this particular drink's name. Yeah. So who's Damien again? The one with the nice car? Sure, he's also the manager at the bank, but that car was what caught my eye. And what was wrong with him? Turns out he was a LARPer. LARP? Live action role-playing? Sounds more like the nickname of some very heavy-handed writer or military organization. What did he roleplay as? Have you heard of the Woodstock fairs? Those events where people barely dress, stink, roll in the mud, and fuck in the open? Those are hippies, yeah. He frequents those, and it's something I'd rather not deal with at all. If I stayed with him, I'd eventually have to. I mean, I need to support my partner in what he does, but if it's something like that... You see, that's the problem right there. So you say breaking up like you had something formal, but most of the time you're still getting to know him. Think about it. Have you ever ended your longest-lasting relationships or things like those? Okay, sorry for not using the right word or whatever, but I'm still sorely disappointed. And at least I'm trying to get some action. When was the last time you spent the night with someone else? Last night. Your cat doesn't count. A year ago, it was messy. See? I mean, I have no idea how you deal with that. If I were you, I would have pushed fuckboy over there into a closet ages ago. Fuckboy? People have different needs and priorities. Yes, but don't you miss having the warmth of someone else at your side? Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head on their chest, listening to them breathe as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. Jill? Anything I can make you to shut up and drink? I'll have you know that my uncle Juan taught me ventriloquism when I was 12. Drinking won't stop me from talking or making tasteless puns for Aunt Rosa. I did not mean to open that program. Oh, shit. No, 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 no. Damn, I have a lot of windows open. Okay, can this go away? Thank you. What day am I on? 3, 4? Okay, I'm on 3. Ventriloquism. Weird? A weird drink? Yeah, something different. Experimental. Uncommon. Chroma drinks fit that bill easily. So, I sort of have a guide quote. It's more of just what drinks to give in weird situations. Mostly because a lot of them are kind of vague. This one isn't as vague, but I'm gonna use it anyway. I think it's this one. Yeah, promo. This is a promo drink. Why am I getting a phone call? Not now. It's 4:30 in the morning. Sorry, but we got a mother of a virus ripping through our system. Okay, throw me some numbers. Yep, this fits the bill. It's a promotional drink made to commemorate a movie. Read. They leapt at the chance to sell drinks that would be unmarketable otherwise. Oh. You know, your orders are weird today. They are? Yeah, usually the first thing you ask for is a Brantini and then something like Cobalt Velvet or something similar. Well, sometimes I feel like I need something different, you know? Something tells me part of the reason you left Damien is because he was too deep into routine. Maybe. Speaking of routines, as a hacker, what's your opinion on the whole Alice Rabbit thing? That's the silence of somebody who just heard something stupid. Stupid enough to warrant the speech that they've prepared just for occasions like this. As always, very perceptive of you. You know, decades ago, there was this group of people that hacked simple sites with an agenda. Can't remember what they used to call themselves. I just remember that it was just petty vandalism. Anyway, everyone participated started using the same name. They wanted to create this anonymous anarchist's identity. The whole Alice Rabbit thing is just a logical conclusion of that. It's what happens when the idea reaches its breaking point and goes mainstream. It's no longer a group, but an individual. An untouchable entity watching from the shadows, monitoring and judging everything anyone does. Observing, tolerating no one but itself. A lot of bullshit for what's essentially a pet the press made up. The antithesis of your usual boogeyman, if you must. So you don't think such a person exists? Don't know, don't care. I mean, we have seen the actions of such an entity. But it might be anything. An individual, a group, an AI. That's not taking into account all the copycats and pranksters using the name. So Alice Rabbit is a thing that exists, but it's also really muddied overall. There's something else that worries me, though. That kind of story always catches the attention of kids and such. They start trying to hack stuff without knowing the risks or consequences. Imagine if suddenly a group of tweens broke into this bar and started asking for drinks. That's not how that's how it feels for me. And it's thanks to that damned Alice Rabbit thing. I see. But enough of that, there's more pressing matter at hand. There is? You've been delaying my invitations for hanging out sometime for too long. Oh, that. Do you hate me that much, Jill? Does my presence make you that uncomfortable? No, At this rate, I might just crash by your apartment. That way you just can't say no. Maybe I'll also crash for the night. We could have a sleepover! Braid our hair, tell stories all night, shower together. You know you need some human warmth in that place. Your tits alone would fit my entire bathroom. Phil. Man, you react too nonchalantly. It's no fun. React a little bit. Let me tease you for a second. I refuse. Refuse. In all seriousness, though, any particular reason you keep turning down my invitations? I mean, it's not a date. I just want to have a conversation with you outside these four walls. I'm not a morning person. I registered for a night shift precisely to avoid waking up early. The earliest I've asked you out is 10 a.m., you know. That's early morning by my standards. It's not that I don't want to hang out, I just don't want to wake up early. You are hopeless. Anyway, I'm gonna need another drink here. Like, say, a big Brantini. Finally, that's the Alma I know. The biggest Brantinis. Okay, give me your password. My password? Out with it! Oral cum shot. Jill, do you advocate that bullshit about size not mattering? Because this better be some concentrated shit to just oh, it was a big Brantini. Shit. Not too late now. You know, I was wondering. Yeah, I was too busy thinking about the mother of the virus ripping through the systems. Don't you worry about what people you work... Oh, god damn it. Don't you worry about what the people you work for might be doing with the information you provide? Not really. You don't? Do you worry about what happens when people leave this place drunk? Not really. Most of the time. Well, neither do I. Why should you? Do you get people drunk? Some say my beauty is intoxicating, but that's beside the point. I get my payment, do my job, and forget about the whole thing. Make your job sound so easy. Once you understand what precautions to take, it's no problem. I've always found my job fun. However, most of my contracts are consultancy-based gigs. It's not like every day is a thrill. Do you meet with your client, or...? I don't. It's always from behind as many filters as I can manage. I remember once I did a job where I had a couple of kids relaying letters. For security reasons, right? Actually, because that way I lose a lot less time. I don't have to deal with the clients hitting on me or pestering me after the job's done. I also don't have to lose time proving my worth because big boobs equals small brain or some shit like that. I mean, protecting my identity is one of the reasons, but the few times I've shown myself, they weren't even risky or dangerous jobs, just run-of-the-mill security checks. I don't know, maybe I need to show up as a disheveled nerd or something, give them what they expect to see. Or I just don't know, or I just don't show up and save myself the trouble. Why all the questions? Just things I've been curious about and always forget to ask. So many Alice Rabbit headlines made me wonder about the hacking business too. Oh, I'll remember to ask you things about... I'll remember to ask you things next time, then. Well, I'll take my leave now. See ya. Take care. Oh, god damn it. I know who's coming in next. Hello, Mr. Donovan. It's fucking this guy again. Like my pop used to say, never touch the ass of a woman with metallic arms. I think it's more like plastic and carbon fiber. They're hard as fuck, and that's all my abdomen felt. Do you normally greet people that way? I'm a man that can't contain himself when he sees something he likes, kid. Oh, but don't worry, you're safe. You're flatter than the fuel at my summer house. A bit of advice, you shouldn't provoke the ones serving you drinks or food. Don't be offended, kid. You have your audience, I'm just not part of it. Today I'm making this a quick one. Gotta tend to business in a while. Having said that, I'll just have the usual. The usual, he says. That would be the biggest beer possible. The usual. Sure, this'll work. What brings you today, Mr. Donovan? That girl I interviewed yesterday is coming again in a couple of weeks. So I was working to clinch an exclusive interview. Did you succeed? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? I'm Donovan D. Dawson. I always get what I want. Sure, I had to blackmail the editors of the other outlets, but the end result is what matters. I see. Wait, blackmail? You'd be surprised at the kind of stuff you'd find out when you get the right people drunk. That signature on that glass over there. Oh yeah. That big-titted Lilum was here? She came yesterday before the concert, yeah. Anything juicy come out of her visit? No. Gossip-worthy? No. Tabloid-worthy? No. Come on, there has to be something. Well, her love for what she does is so honest and pure that I didn't finish reading it before accidentally clicking. It's so honest and pure that anyone who tries to ruin it should be ashamed. Oh, don't give me that shit. Throw me a bone here, anything. I've got nothing. Everyone has a price. How much for you to spill those beans? I'm serious here. She said nothing that could be used against her. Or that you didn't already know. Fine. Hey kid, you think Lilum have nipples? Okay. Okay. Yep. Excuse me? I mean, I've seen a couple of pornos where they have them, but they could be modded, you know? So yesterday, while interviewing their singer Lilum chick, I kept wondering if those tits had nipples. I mean, I'd be fine without them, but the curiosity is killing me. But I'm even more curious about the engineers that design them. Can you picture a room full of people discussing whether or not the tits on a Lilum look good? A bunch of guys and a lesbo engineer wondering if the latest model's vagina is good enough. God bless those sons of bitches. Any interesting preview of tomorrow's news? You expect me to share my information when you wouldn't share your scoop on the singer? How can one share when there's honestly nothing to share? Uh-huh. I'm gonna be a good citizen today and let this one pass. Have you heard of a group called the Harbingers? Harbingers. There's some group wanting to overthrow the White Knights. I read their manifesto in the bathroom once. Interesting piece. And even better makeshift toilet paper. They talk about how the organization is corrupt, full of mod bosses or something like that. I need to, like, get a mouse. Like an ergonomic, like, sideways holding mouse for stuff like this. Because I'm just sitting here holding my mouse and it's straining my wrist out. Ugh. I'm gonna hold my mouse sideways. Yeah, that works. I think I've heard about that somewhere. What of them? They sent a message to some outlets saying they have proof of their claims. That they're gonna release it to the public tomorrow. Well, that'd be interesting to see, I think. I know, right? Alright, kid, give me a Bleeding Jane so I can call it a day. Bleeding Jane. Gotta wait for it to, shake violently. Here. Simple enough for you, I see. I should probably move the cursor over here, there, a little bit. Well, that's fine. So I've heard this is Dana Zane's bar. Is this true? Yeah. Never thought I'd hear about the undefeated of the West again. More so after that incident with the bears. Where is she? What is the boss? What the fuck is Dana? She's out running some bears? 6 years ago, I cash-strapped Dana Zane. A cash-strapped Dana Zane entered an underground ring for money. Faced 10 enraged grizzly bears. She beat them all without killing them. I heard she set them free afterwards, too. And you were there? I was drunk and bored, what can I say? Do you know if she lost her arm there? Can't remember, too drunk. Maybe she had her prosthetic then, too. I heard someone there suggest that she lost it after throwing a baseball out of some stadium. Threw it so hard her arm fell off. That sounds more like an unsubstantiated rumor. More like something she made up. Well, I gotta go. Next time you see Dana, thank her for winning me the second yacht. I knew betting on her was the right choice. Please come again? Yeah. 'Tis time for coffee break. Have we seen all these characters yet? That's Dorothy, that's Boss. I don't know, and I don't know. Time for music. Let's clear the fucking sheets. Gonna go all the way to the back. As reverse as I can go. Not really sure why some of them are blocked out. That's a little intense, but I can deal with it. Yeah, sorry about not being here earlier. What were you doing? I had a brief meeting with my BTC regional manager. Everything alright? As alright as it can be, considering that we're closing eventually. When will that happen? I don't know. Brian said that we'll be safe for a few months while the paperwork is filed and everything will be put in order. Oh. I was also talking to him about you. About me. I was telling him to do whatever it takes to ensure that you don't spend too much time without a job. If possible, to reassign you ASAP after closing. Hey, if it helps, Brian might be the angriest of us all. I can't do this fucking music. That's better. They want to close the only bar in the whole area that hasn't given any headaches, he says. What about Gil? He's the one that worries me the most, actually. He's kind of working on using the credentials of another guy that was working here before. Who? The one that bought a levitation potion and then threw himself off a building? The levitation potion story. You use weird euphemisms, boss. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that Gil will find another job after all this. Just who is Gil? I have an idea of who he is, but I'm still putting pieces together. Anyway, back to work. Imminent closure is no excuse to slack off. Yes, sir. You guys know I can hear you, right? This place looks familiar. Alright, well, now I have found this character. Excuse me, is this the VA-11 HALL-A bar? It is indeed. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh god, what is Say planning now? Excuse me. I want a drink whose name was changed after many women protested. Can you get me that? I'm assuming... Okay, I'm looking at the guide. I don't care. Piano woman. Pretty woman. Oh. Aged and mixed. Here you go. Very nice, thanks a lot. So you know Say, Miss... I'm Stella Hoshi. My pleasure. Yeah, I know her. She's been here before, yes? In fact, I'm glad you know her, because she left this here last time. Oh god, so she left her helmet behind again. Not the first time, huh? Her helmets have been picked up by all sorts of people in the last 3 months. Valets, nurses, morticians, fire jugglers? I'm sorry? She's been lucky enough to always leave it with at least people who return it, at least. Quite a few people. Say's as much of a sociable girl as she is a total klutz. At least when she's not being serious, she's very competent when she puts her mind to it. So did she recommend you this place, or... We're meeting here today. I can see why she chose this place. It's the kind of place she likes. Say, is that Kiramiki autograph on that? Is that a Kiramiki? Oh, Kiramiki's autograph on that glass. Seemed like the glass is a conversation starter. Nice! Yeah, it is. How did you get it? She stopped here yesterday just before the concert. Really? I mean, she did? Yeah, nice girl. Can I see it? Sure. Yep, this star-like signature is hers. So your name's Jill, then? Yes. Ain't this nice? Here you go. Do you like her, Miss Stella? Just call me... Oh, Miss Stella. Just call me Stella. I do. Whenever you hear her songs, you're filled with so much energy and happiness. Too bad I couldn't purchase tickets for this one. I mean, they were sold out in fuck... They were all sold out in minutes. Luckily, I could secure a couple for the next time she comes around. Hello, where the hell are you? Car crash. Oh, you're helping. Will it take long? Alright. Yeah, don't worry. I take it that was Say? Yes. Will you wait for her? I will. In the meantime, I feel like having another drink. One that was prepared in the memory of its creator's dearest friend. Why does she have to have such vague descriptions? This drink does not represent the opinions of the bar Pianist Arts Associates. How the hell are you supposed to know to do this? Is this the one you had in mind? Yes, exactly. What the fuck did she say? Prepared in memory of its creator's dearest friend. Okay. May I ask you something that might be personal? This isn't about my eye, is it? No, it's not, or at least I don't think so. I don't get to serve many cat boomers, so it's something I've been curious about. Oh, I just realized, Dog Lady was talking about her. Barbara, Beth, and whatever her name was. Becky, yeah. Was that her name? I don't remember. Did you go through the procedure because of a disease or because of the fad? Before I was born, I was diagnosed with nanomachine rejection. So it had to be done, otherwise I would have died shortly after birth. I'm a bit on the weak side because of it, though. I'm sorry if I overstepped. I don't mind. It's always nice to dispel the idea that my parents were just into the fad. You seem to know your drinks, Jill. Well, I guess I've read a bit more than the recipe book. Do you like alcohol? Yeah, but not in the usual way. I don't drink that much outside of canned beer. But the colors, their stories, the way you need to keep them stored, their designs. It sounds a bit silly when I say it out loud. Not at all. Do you collect them or anything like that? Actually, yeah, I started with my grandpa's collection and I've been slowly growing it. It's been hard because of my debts, but I manage little by little. Do you like alcohol, Stella? I'm here, right? But I'm normally more of a social drinker. Unless it's with somebody, I don't tend to drink much. I see. Sorry I'm late! Welcome. You took your sweet time. Yeah, sorry. I got caught in rush hour traffic, too, and figured walking might be faster. Luckily, there was a building with emergency stairs nearby, and I climbed down. Climbed down? Took an air cab. Oh. I was about to say, how is there rush hour if it's all in the air? I would suggest using ground transportation, but I'm happy to see that you put safety first. Safety? No, flying cars are just way cooler. I still don't understand how they don't give you motion sickness. If I find out how I avoid it, you'll be the first to know. Anyway, I'll have whatever she orders next. I'd like a drink that was... You're at it again? You and your cryptic orders always leaving us with weird stuff. I expect only the best from whoever serves me. They need to be able to answer these kinds of orders. Still, I'm sure you're wearing poor Jill out here with that kind of stuff. She's done quite well so far, actually. Really? Thank you. Please order something normal, would you? 2 fringe weavers, then. You'll have 2 drinks at once? No, we're sharing. What? Like half a glass for each? Isn't it better if there's 1 for each? Don't worry, you'll see. Okay. Time to get wasted. Almost hit reset by accident there. 2 fringe weavers. So, this one's for you, and this one's for me. You said you wanted whatever I asked for, right? Oh, that way you could have said so earlier. Oh yeah, here. This is boring. Give me a good screen. Cool. So this is where I left my helmet, thanks! You really need to be more careful with your things. Yeah, but I have spares. Those spares should be saved for when the one you're using breaks or malfunctions, not when you lose it. Those helmets cost money, you know. Yeah, sorry. Should I say that boss got her head stuck because of a jammed button? Speaking of money, you still going to that meeting at the bank tomorrow? Yep, you worried? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. Don't be, it'll be fine. Rumors are just rumors. Rumors? They say that something might happen at the bank tomorrow. But with all that tension in the air lately, it's hard to know if it's true. As if the fear-mongering wasn't enough, the people have also started spreading baseless rumors. Just yesterday, I had to stop a group of rampaging youngsters that heard the city would be leveled by bombs. Everyone's on edge. Yeah. I know you're worried, but I have to go there. It's orders from the higher-ups. Tell me something. If somebody came after me, do you think they'd stand a chance? You're quite strong, but... I'll take something to protect myself. Be prepared for anything. Would that make you feel safer? Maybe. I'll tell you what, after I come back, we'll get some ice cream. That way you can vent all your frustrations. Alright. Seems my vehicle is here to pick me up. You coming, Say? Nah, I'll stay here. I'll stay here a bit longer. Okay then, take care. Bye. She's such a worrywart. That means she cares about you. I've never doubted. Say, why does my helmet smell like bacon? Bacon? Not that I mind, I'm just curious. Well, you know how some things absorb the smell of what's nearby? It must have just grabbed it from one of the ingredients. I see. I guess Dana likes bacon a lot. I don't like this one. We watch, we protect, that's better. Do you believe all that stuff about tensions growing and that anarchist groups are trying to disband the White Knights? To tell you the truth, I'm a bit worried. Even in my division, there's some shady business going on, but I don't want to investigate too deeply. What kind of business? From what I understand, things like working with human traffickers or drug dealers, letting them act as they wish. Some even say the ones that do get apprehended are ones that have failed them in some way. Stella always says the White Knights are just glorified mall security. She says that if it's been proven beyond a doubt that some shady business is going on, Zaibatsu Corporation's main branch would separate themselves from the whole White Knight division. Something about the Associates' fear of bad PR resulting in them moving to the BTC, whatever that is. I still don't know what that is. Sounds plausible. Yeah, it kind of worries me, though, because I really like my job. And I guess a similar fear exists among the upper ranks. Lately, they seem restless. Too much politics, huh? It hurts my brain. I just want to rescue people and help them. I just want to do my job without worries about politics of any kind. What are you doing at the bank tomorrow? My colonel needs to relay some information to the manager, and I was just picked up because he trusts me. Well, he said you're such a simpleton that you never give the wrong message. But it's his intention that counts. Oh. Finally! The Dorothy has come back to Valhalla! Oh, she's back. Please refrain from doing those sitcom-like entrances. You're disturbing other clients. Oh, come on. You know the audience would have gone wild for that one. And besides, you make it sound like you have a full house. It's uncommon to see you here 2 days in a row. I wanted to grab something before starting my shift. Grab something before they start grabbing me, you could say. Are you having a drink? Can I buy you one? Why, yes, thank you! Honey, you should follow her example and offer me drinks more often. We'll see. What are you having? I'll have what she's having. I got the perfect thing. Let's have a blue fairy! One for each. 2 blue fairies. Aged and mixed. Two fairies. This is pretty good. See? And it's blue like your hair. It's more green. It is. Is it blue? It's kind of turquoisey. So what's your name, sweetie? Call me Say. Alright, say, I'm Dorothy. Say. 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 Yes. Say. Say, why did you just buy me a drink? I just thought you were cute as a button, so I wanted to invite you to join me. Why, you have to be the first person to offer me a drink without having an ulterior motive. And that includes fuckboy over there. Everyone calls him fuckboy. What do you mean? Trust me, when you work in my kind of field, you learn to read cues from everything. And this girl is simple to a fault. How so? You're the what you see is what you get type. That look on your face is one that simply sees no point in lying. Coupled with the fact that you're here in what looks like your work attire tells me that you're so married to your job that sex is too far down your priority list to notice its existence. So if you invited me to a drink because you found me cute and that's the extent of it, I believe you. Thank you! You say she's the first one, but what about Dio giving you a ticket the other day? Who? Oh yeah, the little one with the dogs? No, he doesn't count. He looked like a humanoid mat. Ow. You seem very perceptive, Dorothy. But I'm not too far behind. How so? I can tell your body is heavily modded with things you shouldn't even have. Your tongue is Beb69 with DNA scanning capabilities. Beb69. Bebo69. Your skin is coated with an anti-radiation finish. Your joints are of the premium extra flexible variety. And the most important thing, your hands. What about them? I don't know how you modded your body. How modded your body is under your clothes. The tongue, joints, and skin are merely interesting. But your hands are Merd113 of Relta Industries. A model designed to shoot Class 5 bullets from its fingertips! Yo, she's Aegis. So? Clause G of Article 17 in the Augmentations and Modifications Law on the topic of ballistic augmentations. Any humanoid or sapient creature under civilian designation that has upgraded any of its person to hold firearms of Class 3 grade or higher will either be commissioned for disarmament or sent to danger zones. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Eh? I'm not in law enforcement. I just do rescue, and even if I was, I'm not on duty right now. Oh. I want to know, though, why go through with that upgrade? A girl's gotta take care of herself, you know? I want to be able to deal with things if they get ugly, and this is the most discreet mod I had. Hold on, I can fix this. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Or at least I thought so. Oh, yeah. Okay then, can I give you some advice? I guess. The reason I could tell it's not your default hand model is your fingertips. The tips are a little bigger to make the cannons fit. You could get a small mod that changes them into disposable tips. Assuming they're being used for self-defense and not regular use, of course. I see. Well, I've gotta go. Oh yes, another thing. If you aim for the arms or legs, once is self-defense, anything more is assault. Yeah. Bye, Dorothy. Bye, Jill. Bye-bye. Please come again. I thought she was gonna take me away! It would have put my mind on a vacuum cleaner for 3 years. 2 if I behave well. That's what happens when you underestimate people. Although I'm tempted to ask. About what? DNA reading tongue? Very prehensile intuitive. Also, it vibrates. Extra flexible joints? Do you really need to ask? Anti-radiation coating? Hey, my skin's my first tool of the trade. I need to take care of it as much as possible. It makes it feel soft. It feels so soft no matter how much it's been berattered. Berattered? Battered. So you fancy yourself a diviner? Reading people and all? Not really, I'm just quite good at reading people. I guess it's a byproduct of dealing with so many people on a daily basis. It's a bit surreal to hear that from a Lilum. What can you say about me, then? Let's see, You're very, very, very sexually frustrated. It's not the act itself, but rather that your partners can't seem to satisfy you on a deeper level. There's an even deeper frustration something happened that's blocking you. Maybe there's someone you know who won't return your feelings. Maybe you were hurt in the past. Thus your demeanor is that of someone who feels like life is playing tricks on her. Like a dog whose owner never really throws the ball. Oh boy, did I actually hit the nail on the head? I was making this stuff up on the fly. All of that was just rubbish, I say, because it's right 80% of the time. Generic bullshit, if you will. You'd be surprised the amount of sexual frustration people hold. I can't read you, honey. You're too good at putting on a professional face. But this definitely gives me more insight into you. Aren't you late or something? I am, but if you'd let me satisfy your frustrations, I could stall for some time. Go. Fine, fine, bye-bye, honey. Artificial intelligence has come rather far, eh? One wonders how artificial it remains. Shut up, fuckboy. Everything done? Yeah. Hey boss, this might seem random, but do you remember the first time I came into the bar? When you came to submit your contract? Yeah, why? Well, for some reason, I've been hung up on it since this morning, and I just realized why. The visage that welcomed me back was Gil trying to pull your hand out of a jar. Oh yeah, that! I can't remember what exactly, but something fell inside and I tried to retrieve it. I just kind of put my hand in, and it got stuck. It was a friend's jar, too, so I couldn't just break it. Hey, Gil, how did you get my hand out of that jar? A straw and some butter. Oh yeah, clever solution. That brings me back to the random thought. That incident, the helmet yesterday, the many times your foot got stuck on something from stomping it. Boss, why do you get stuck in so many different things? Huh? Now that you mention it, I remember that this one time she tried to eat a big sandwich and her jaw got stuck. And then there was the incident with the TV. I'll admit my fault with the others, but the TV incident was not my fault. The assembly instructions for that stand should have been labeled their Z and S better. You saw what happened when I switched the S2 piece with the 5Z1? Still, Jill's onto something here. Yes, she is. Now go clean the dishes, and you can leave for today. I like to think she'll make an effort now to avoid getting stuck in things. I want to believe. Fuck boy. Oh, I think I did bad there, because I got that drink wrong. Everything will turn out alright in the end, don't worry. Commission today's payment. That's not awful. Happy not Birthday. $800 system charged to your account to renew the membership to Shining Fingered. Alright, cool. I have needs. How do I save? I always forget how to do this. I think it's... It's here. Miki concert. No shit posting allowed. Did that one and left, I think so. I never left, I was just lurking to not cause any trouble. Don't worry, we're here for you. Any ideas for the great revelation? Do you know if you like her yet? Look, I just don't want to ruin our friendship. We know each other since we were... Have I read this already? Like one of my Japanese animes. Yeah, I read this one. I already read this one too. Just in case. Just in case. Spooky font. It's happening! Okay. I think Alice jumped the shark with that one because it seemed hard to top. Maybe more leaks? Sounds unlikely. I don't think the government would let that happen twice. But this is Alice we're talking about. There's nothing they can't do. What if that really spooky message wasn't just Alice, but an epic prank? Who wouldn't hack a site like this just for a prank? Not me. You're right, though. It might be something else. So wait, what was that date again? December 17th? Right, if only we knew more about it. December 17th, that's like 2 days from now. If only we knew more about the target now. Sick meme, sis! These Alice threads piss me off. Fucking e-celebs. What if it has something to do with the terrorism rumors? Nice meme, sis. Crime is up 5% this month, officially making the road to Mega Christmas a dangerous one. What the fuck is Mega Christmas? White Knights, aware of the situation, have promised to maintain security in all sectors, even though recent budget cuts have been decreasing the morale of the personnel. Poverty and lack of opportunities are no longer the main cause of crime. Criminals come from all walks of life. They will murder and distribute drugs for no other reason than the fact it gives them power. It's no longer about feeding their families, it's about domination. There are entire sectors controlled by these dangerous gangs, and there is no solution in sight. This Mega Christmas will be a very dark one. Everybody loves Kiramiki, and Alice Rabbit is no exception. You might be wondering, what's my proof for this not-so-wacky theory? And well, keep reading if you want to know. Attack patterns. This is an easy one. You just... I'm getting tired of your shit, Miss Smithy. Okay. You wouldn't believe the shocking Kiramika secret. Today we'll take a look at one of the most popular acts of our times. How did she get started? What's her favorite movie? What about her romantic life? Don't miss this exclusive interview only on the Augmented Eye. Content blocked in your region. Okay. Anything new here? Nope. So she actually came again, that's nice. Wait, what did she say about the new stuff? Scared? A bit. Keep forgetting she says stuff here. My pop filter obscures like half of the game, so... I gotta get a better microphone solution, eventually. It's a local page for fuck's sake. Messing with forces they can't grasp, or it's a ruse. Like, seriously, I thought I would get a mod mic if it didn't sound like shit. Every microphone solution that, like, isn't integrated to the headset but can be attached to it sounds like shit. Basically just the mod mic. Good evening. Hello, fuckboy. Seems you made it just in time. I think that's just the car backfiring. Really? It sounded more like a gunshot to me. Have you ever heard gunshots? Haven't we all at some point? Yeah, well... See, sounds more like a car's exhaust. I don't know, it's too dry. Yeah, but gunshots give more echo. What if it's a firecracker? Ah, boss. Firecrackers. Yep, a couple of years ago, there was an incident where some dude killed a cop. He managed to slip away because his pistol was mixed up with the usual mega Christmas firecrackers. It sounded too hollow for a firecracker. Well, whatever. This is not a morning talk show. I'm not paying you to chit-chat about meaningless things. At least not amongst yourselves. We shouldn't lose time over a car's exhaust. Hey. Gotta clear it out. I'm looking for... I've already listened to them all, so I don't know which one like to pick at this point. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Who are you? I'm looking for some information. What kind of information? What can you tell me about a girl nicknamed Crimson Rose? Sounds like a tacky online handle. Although tacky online handle is a bit redundant. Do you know anything about her? Nope, sorry. I have $80 here that might refresh your memory. Now that you mention it, I remember something. Really? Yeah, now that I'm totally sure, I have no idea whatsoever who you're talking about. Nothing at all. Nothing. And you're a sucky bartender, not having any info I need. Well, first of all, why assume I just happen to have the info you conveniently need? Does that girl frequent this place? Is there any proof that I might have the info you so desperately need? Well, And second, you're not going to get anywhere by offering me physical money. In fact, what are you doing with physical money? If you want to get... Do you want to get mugged so badly? Yeah, well... Moreover, even if I did know something, do you really think $80 is enough? You could do almost nothing with $80. It's not enough to have a decent lunch. Why are you scolding me? Why did you call me a sucky bartender for not conveniently having the info that you need? Well, of course! You want all deals to be clean, so you need me to spend money on the bar. That's how it works, right? I spend money, you give me the info. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, then get me a drink, but keep it under $80. There was a cheap one. Exactly at $80? Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's get him fucking hammered. Maybe not make it a big drink. Here. Okay then, do you know anything about the girl? No. But you said, maybe, maybe not. Turns out that it's maybe not. You were the one deluding yourself into thinking that I might know something. And like I said, $80 is nothing. So I need to spend more? I'll give you some intel. Spend all the money you want, but I know nothing and no amount will change that. Can I at least get my money back? Why? The order is right, isn't it? I guess. Why are you looking for that girl, mister? Vondelay Art Vondelay. His name is Art. And I'm a private detective, it's what I do. So I assume you're either looking for some missing girl or working for a creepy online stalker. You're assuming the girl I'm looking for is innocent or lost? She's not. She's half of the so-called Reapers of the City. 2 guns for hire that work for whomever's resourceful enough to pay them. 2 find them, and wealthy enough to pay them. Crimson Rose and Cobalt Lily, they call themselves. They still sound more like teenagers' internet nicknames. So you wanted to track her? I don't know. I got the letter with the instructions and a paycheck. But if it's a prank, I have the money, so what do I care if it is? Besides, considering the amount I was able to cash in with that check, it'd be a pretty wasteful prank. I see. Still, any information or rumors you could give me? They don't have to be related to the girl. Why do you need them? It's always good to keep up with local going-ons. Well, let's see. Fix the chair arms. I can't think about anything right now. Most of the conversations you hear in here aren't rumor-worthy. Humor-worthy, maybe, but not much about current events. At least not beyond what you see on the news. What kind of bar is this if you can't gather word on the street? What kind of film noir world do you think we live in? Gil might know something if you're so fixated on finding some kind of information. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know something that might help me, Gil? Gil? Fuckboy. I don't. I certainly don't. I'm offended by the suggestion that I do. He knows something. On second thought, maybe it's better if you don't get involved with him. Well, this has been a major waste of time. And here I thought, all the noise BTC bars have made lately would be useful for something. Noise? What noise? You don't know? I'm asking for a reason. You'll find out soon enough, don't worry. In any case, I guess I have another drink and leave. Grizzly Temple. Here. Okay, this is going to be deducted from the $80 earlier, right? No. Fine. Come on. There has to be something. This week has been slow as hell. The only good thing I've heard is about the girl who threw herself off the roof of a nearby mall. That whole thing about a woman catching her midair makes me think it's totally made up. Aside from rumors that the Harbingers are looking to cause trouble at a bank today, no, not really. Wait, who told you that? It appeared on the news, didn't it? Yeah, but the name Harbingers wasn't used. No Glitch City outlet has reported that themselves. There are rumors or something. It's keeping them silent. Even the international outlets aren't using the name Harbingers. They're avoiding acknowledging the organization yet for some reason. So you're either one of them or somebody in the know told you about it. Donovan D. Dawson was in here for the last 3 days, actually. Really? I mean, sure, I can't think of anything that would be useful involving him right now, but... Did he not talk about anything interesting? Interviewing the idol that had a show a couple of days ago, dealing with messy interns. Par for the course, I guess. That's... Gunshot! It's a backfire. Firecrackers! Hey, what do you think that sound now just was? It sounded like something very heavy being dropped. Something heavy. Come on, that's not even close. It was definitely more like an explosion of some kind. No, you could clearly hear the clashing of metal. Something that was both made of metal and very heavy fell down. That's what made the sound. Whatever it was, it's not normal for it to be repeating so often. Wonder if something's happening. I heard that there were some gang spats going on. Maybe they took the conflict here. Yeah, nothing. Which means gunshots! If that's the case, I just hope they don't come too near us. Well, I've gotta go. Seems coming here wasn't a waste of time after all. Really? I just have different needs, but there will come a time when this place might help me. Goodbye. Gangs, then? Unlikely. This is unicorn territory. They've always been neutral and important third party to other gangs' deals. Who was that now? What? The who what now? I'll just pretend I heard nothing. Thank you. He left me thinking about the whole noise from BTC bars thing. What's up with that? I think I heard something about money laundering through bars. Don't take my word for it, though. I see. I guess I'll find out soon enough. Welcome. Who was that? What was that? Hey, kids! Wanna die? Wait, what? Moo? I'm streaming Chan! Giving you a live video feed of my life and adventures 24/7. This game isn't detecting that I have OBS open, is it? Bathroom time and naughty moments only available to premium users. It's only $9.99 a month. $99.99 a month. Go premium now! It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for Streaming Chan's escapades! Did I miss bath time? Anime was a mistake. Concert. I gotta read the Nico Nico Doga comments. Alright, that's a good one. Too much clothing! Too much clothing. Why is everyone so noisy? Today's escapades is brought to you by ShiningFinger.moe. Anime was a mistake. Hey kids, wanna die? How do I premium? Leaders of VR adult entertainment since 2069. Buy a year of premium membership and you'll get a code. Moon. Is that the fucking dog? Was that the fucking dog from the prologue? The dog going, Moon! Exchange the code for a free trial of a VR experience modeled after yours truly. Oh, wow. Excuse. Today I picked the shoddiest, nastiest, smelliest, ugliest bar I could find downtown. And sadly, it actually looks half decent inside. So much for going to a crap hole bar that smells like dog urine. I miss short-haired streaming Chan. Excuse me. But no matter, tonight I'll give you an escapade you'll never forget. You, where's the bartender? You're talking to her. How do I Denko? Very funny, where is he, really? Right in front of you. Hey, you the pretty boy over there, where's the bartender? You're looking at him. No way! No hot shirtless guy playing with fire and serving drinks while flirting with you? No sexy scantily clad girl jiggling around the place? You're telling me you two... You're telling me you two dressed like fucking waiters are the bartenders here? Yep. Seems that way. Is that a problem? Can we copy strike streaming Chan? Of course it's a problem. Friday nights are peak viewing hours. I need something sexy or exciting or enticing to keep them interested. Oh, well, there's an easy solution to that. There is? Yeah, just take your top off. You might need to take off your bra too, depending on how the traffic goes. Wait, you're quite flat. Do you even use a bra? She didn't look that flat in the intermission. Is that piercing glare a no? Come on, one of us is gonna have to take off their top. And it ain't gonna be me. I already did that once today. It's too late to go somewhere else. By the time I find an even nastier bar, they'll be closed. What's your policy on wearing pants? Somebody tried to have me fired for wearing a skirt, so we deal with that on a case-by-case basis. That's not a concrete answer. I need binary yes or no answers. My viewers have the attention span of fruit flies. If they waited to use their brains... If they wanted to use their brains, do you think they'd watch something like this? I need to keep them entertained. And the fact that you still have your shirt on isn't helping. Wait, I know. Give me a drink, a big one, the nastiest one you could think of. Hello, service here, please? It's like my brain shut down. Alright. Promo drink, piano woman? Yeah. Why are the comments still going across the screen? Here. Alright then, cheers! I don't think you should chug it down so quickly. It's like it hit me, but I didn't feel it until a few seconds later. V? Lots of V's? Moon! Is this what being kicked in the balls feels like? Yup. Okay, I've decided I'll just get really wasted. That's gotta be fun enough, right? If you say so. Okay, in the meantime, what can you tell me about this bar? What do you mean? Weird stories, fun stuff, interesting facts. You're being seen by an average of 6,000 people. Make their time worth it. Let's see then. Last weekend we held a party for the Safer Toy Company. And it's a company run completely by dogs. Really? The place was completely overrun by corgis. Corgis? Did you really serve drinks to corgis? So many V's. Tuxedo-clad talking corgis, yeah. You're not shitting me, right? I wish I was shitting you, trust me. What else? What else? Donovan D. Dawson from the Augmented Eye was here for 3 nights in a row. That perfumed chauvinistic bastard? There's that word again. Just the other day, someone from the Augmented Eye interviewed me, actually. What did they ask? The usual bullshit. Who I was, what I did, future plans, inspirations. The one that interviewed me was this small, meek girl with glasses. She seemed a bit bitter, though. I wonder why. I got a drink. That's 49 glasses of water. But enough about that. Wait, can I see that glass over there? The signature. Is this Kira Miki's autograph? Yeah, she came here before her last concert. Get out, really? Is this some kind of secret hidden bar of the stars or something? Not really, we're just in the right place at the right time. What kind of person is she when she's not on stage? I've tried to get a meeting with her, and she actually seemed willing, but she's always busy. A very nice girl, actually. Anime was a mistake. How do I premium? She seems to be completely invested in her work. She loves what she does, and it shows. You think she'd be some sort of I'm reading the comments across the screen, trying to see if there's any different ones. Encore concert? You'd think she'd be some sort of diva, but as far as I'm concerned, she's one of the nicest people I've met. I knew it! I knew she was nice! Her passion shows at her concerts, you know. She's so spontaneous. Her performances are never the same. Every time she sings Shine Spark, I feel like my soul is warming up like a high-performance computer. Shine Spark! Why are people spamming 8? Is this like spam F to pay respects? I find myself singing it in the shower all the time. And those who pay premium can hear me sing every day at $99.99 a month. Go premium now. That aside, I didn't read that. I was about to call bullshit on what you said, but I guess you do have some sort of proof for everything. Can I keep this glass? No. Pretty please? No. Party pooper. What did that say? Drop a cow. Okay. At least this bar might be more interesting than I initially thought. The one thing that'd make it perfect is if Pretty Boy over there had a past with the KGB. What? Who told... Yeah, that'd be crazy, huh? Okay. Are you gonna order anything else? Bad touch? Give me a big one of those. A big bad touch. Here. I was expecting something dirtier. We have olive brine. I can pour in a bit if that's what you want. No, not that. With such a dirty name, it feels like the drink ought to come in a phallic glass or be this thick white liquid. That would have skyrocketed the watchers at least threefold. Do you have anything like that? Nope. To make do with the condensed milk when I get home. The what? The what? You got a what? You talking about condensed milk? Friendly reminder that today's escapade is brought to you by ShiningFinger.moe, leaders of the VR adult entertainment since 2069. Buy a year of premium membership for a neat code. Said code will get you a free triple trial of VR experience with a model-based Moi. What's the deal with that VR experience? Well, a fan made an NND model of me. Oh no. When Shining Fingered asked me about a model for a partnership, I just contacted him. He got money for polishing the model a lot more. I got my partnership. We all won. I even got him a year of free premium membership and a VR set. That's nice. What's an NND? Don't tell me you haven't heard of Niku Dance? I asked for a reason. It's music videos with 3D model. Oh, MMD. Good meme. Good to know that MMD exists 100 years from now. Or more like 55 years from now. To be honest though, the model is a bit meatier than me. Not that I mind it though, considering the use it gets. You know, I was expecting you to be more scared when I said that you're being watched by a lot of people. It's hard to be scared when you can't see these people. But they're still there, you know. Sure, they're behind screens and sometimes the opposite corner of the world. But every single one of my viewers is a real person with a real life. Not... Marry me, streaming Chan. Not being here doesn't make them any less real. I understand, but it's just not the same. They're not here, visibly paying attention to me. I don't get paranoid because of phone contacts. That's true, I guess. So tell me, what made a lady like you become a bartender? It's not exactly an exciting story. Does it involve a man? No. What about a crime? Nope. A childhood promise? No. A religious vow? A what? You're not gonna tell me that you just decided out of the blue to quit your job and start bartending. That's actually what happened, sorta. Oh, come on! No epiphany? Quarter-life crisis? Not even a hot teacher somewhere along the line? Life isn't always a young adult novel where every decision is a road cone. And that's the problem. 1/3 of my audience are teens that shouldn't be allowed to watch my streams. Throw me a bone here. There must be a nice mystical story you can tell about yourself, Miss Bartender. Well... yes? Sometime after I started working, I got an interesting client. He was a DRK SOL, a really old Lila model. Apparently his power supply was running low. His charger was destroyed and he didn't have the money to buy upgrades or replacements. He also seemed to have neglected his maintenance. He was from the time when Collective Source wasn't a cloud storage system, so he wouldn't be uploaded there once his body ran out of energy. Keep going. He was the only Lilim I've ever seen with clear-cut fear of mortality, fuck. No transcendence for him. He would disappear once his batteries ran out. It's like knowing you'll vanish when everyone else passes on to heaven, he said. I guess he felt bad about burdening someone else with his problems. So he went and gave me a fingertip of his that fell when we were talking. A fingertip? Before he left, he said, "If you remember me, maybe this part of me will transcend." Touching, full of feeling, completely awesome. I'd pay to see a movie like that. So what happened to that finger? I made a pendant out of it. I carry it with me at all times. Even when bathing? Almost all times. How do they think about it? How do you handle the stream if you want to watch a movie or something? I have a plugin that lays mosaic censorship over whatever I watch on the TV or in a theater. I see. This is getting stale. I'm gonna heat this up even if I have to do it myself. We need to drop a cow here. Miss Bartender, get me drunk. I don't care how, just do it. It says give her a fringe weaver, so I'll do that. It does have a lot of karma train. It doesn't say a big fringe weaver. Yeah, just a normal one. So... nope, a bit hot, but not lightheaded. Then again, I'm always hot. It said fringe weaver. Hot-headed. Your drinks are either too light or I'm more resilient to alcohol than I thought. Let's try this from a different angle. You asked the questions. What kind of questions? I don't know, I'm not the bartender. Do your bartender-ish thing. What if you decide to start streaming yourself 24/7? What made you decide to start streaming yourself 24/7? See, that's what I'm talking about. You're the bartender here, bartender. Anyway, have you ever done something reckless or stupid because of peer pressure? I think that's something everyone has gone through. Well, it used to be that I very rarely succumbed to such problems. I was the type to never take risks or try new things. Every time I did, I was scolded rather than praised. What point is there to doing this stuff if nobody acknowledges you did it well? But some time ago, I stumbled upon a friend who would stream herself talking. Nothing risque or noteworthy. She invited me on and, well, the comments were intoxicating. The internet is a big place. Somehow I found within those comments people that acknowledged me. They encouraged me, even. After the stream, I tried doing some by myself. I turned on the camera, put on something cutesy, and started dancing to Kira Miki. At first I pretended the camera wasn't there, but as soon as I saw the comments, something snapped within me. Lewd comments, praises, the usual random stuff. After seeing so many people interested in me, I started moving a lot more. No more shyness for me. After that, I started doing more. I sang, cooked, I drew things. I even did striptease at some point. Whenever I was streaming, I stopped being shy. So at some point, I said, hey, this is the way I want to live all my life. And thus, Streaming Chan was born. Moon! Is it difficult to keep that up? Not really. It's not like I'm acting or anything, just being myself. What is around her neck? I do need to mind camera angles. And that kind of stuff sometimes, but it's nothing major. And when I do need to mind that, and when do I need to mind that? For only $99.99 a month, you can find out. Go premium now, go! I gotta change the channel. Not him. Yeah, that's fine. You're good at this bartending stuff. Look at all the things you've made me say. Well... like, seriously, what's your secret? How do you get people to talk? I never do that much, actually. Well, this is a bar, after all. And one of the reasons people come to a bar is because they sometimes want to get things off their chests. So it's not a conscious trick you could teach in a 10-minute tutorial? No. You just need to be in the right place at the right time. Some professions put you in that personal... Some professions... Some professions make you that personal strangers other feel comfortable telling their secrets to. It's so fucking hard to read when half of the screen is obscured. And of course, discretion helps too. Hey, now that you mention it, do I blab a lot to my hairdresser? I do blab a lot to my hairdresser. Pretty interesting stuff. Well, no wild night tonight, but it did get interesting enough. Anyway, I should go, but before I leave, what's your name, Miss Bartender? I'm Lana Smithy. Alright, Miss Smithy, thank you for a lovely night. That's the name of the, author on that website. But you stay here, because the night is still young and there's a lot to do. Well, the floor is moving. Quite the lively girl, eh? People like her physically hurt me with their presence. You'll think she'd come back? My mom always says, you never know when the angels are saying amen. What does that mean? It means shut your mouth or you'll jinx it. Why didn't you give her your name? Would you like to reveal your name to someone like her? Good point. I'm gonna take my break now. It's been a while since I needed a cigarette this badly. Alright. She doesn't look flat to me. I just realized that's Jill. You don't really see art of her too often. The lovely sensation of feeling like you're forgetting something. I think after this day is over, I'm gonna... switch. feeling better. Excuse me. You read so much, you gotta keep fucking drinking water to not perish. Fresh air does wonders for you. Fuck. Well, for a given value of fresh, anyway. I insist that it sounds like dynamite. It was too long to be dynamite. It sounded more like some heavy-duty tool. You're a heavy-duty tool. Yes, I am. Wait, damn it! Oh, welcome back. Oh, it's the two from the prologue. I could have sworn that this place looked a lot more pink the last time we came. Maybe it's the lighting. Hey, bartender, what was that noise just now? What did it sound like to you? I say it sounds like construction, but Betty here says it's dynamite or something like that. Not you, too. Do you think it's dynamite, then? No, I say it's a backfire. It's a gunshot. Firecrackers! See? Those sounds have been going on all night and we can't figure out what they are. Well, we aren't here to discuss that. We're here to... who is he? Gillian. Nice to meet you. I don't know, you have more of a John face. Where was he last weekend? I don't know, and I don't care. You already made amends for leaving me to fend off all those dogs. Anyway, what do you want? Beer. Oh, what the hell, I'll have a beer too. 2 beers. Beer. I'm actually really glad I did that prologue, because I would have not understood who these two are. Thank you. After work beer is always the best beer. Yeah. So tell me, bartender. Just call me Joe. That's a nice name. How's business lately? As usual. I guess you don't really know what usual means for us. We're not the kind to be filled to the brim during rush hours, and we don't have that many regulars. So it's just the same. Nothing's changed. I guess when we came here with all the dogs, it was quite the change of pace, huh? You have no idea. So what brings you here today? I suggested coming here after work. It's Friday. A drink to kick off the weekend is one of those little things that makes life worthwhile. But he did only suggest it after I found him hugging a stuffed corgi in his office. A stuffed corgi? A plushie, not an overfed dog. I see. But you have an office? Yeah, what's weird about that? I thought you'd have a cubicle or a kennel. A kennel? I mean, you don't hear much about office boys getting their own offices. It's not hard, considering the rest of the staff don't use chairs or tables. Even I have my own office. I don't know about that. The mess they leave in the bathroom usually requires someone with thumbs. Chairs and tables seem like lesser evils. And you're the veterinarian, after all. A kennel. What about a kennel? I don't know, I just thought it'd be cute if one day I went to work and they had one waiting for me. Like they saw me as one of them. This guy has got good priorities. So where did you get that plushie? Oh, I gave it to him. It was my gift last Mega Christmas. So he got defensive over being caught hugging a gift you gave him? That's the funniest part. He acted like he didn't know he had it. I didn't know he had it. Fuck. I was just glad he was enjoying it, you know? Why are you two talking like I'm not here? Because you're not giving any input anyway. So how's stuff up at Doglandia? Well, we recently struck a deal with Farmer Fabrics to start a doggy clothing line. Farmer Fabrics? That name rings a bell. It's that textile company where the owner believes herself to be an alpaca. What? Alpaca dating simulator? We had her here some time ago. She got drunk and so much saliva everywhere. Oh. Dog clothes? We hired a new employee and she showed the higher-ups some designs. After a couple of talks, they decided to give the clothing production a try. Those designs were embarrassing, you know. But something tells me that's why they were approved. You guys want anything else? I'll have whatever this guy orders. Brand Teeny. 2 Brantinis. Oh my god, my voice is starting to, like, give out again. I swear to god, like, over time, the pop filter is just, like, automatically sliding— oh shit, hold on, I clicked mix by accident. You have such a wimpy taste in drink, Steel. Not all of us spent their weekends in college partying like maniacs. Oh, excuse me. Actually, not all of us went to college. You missed nothing. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time and kick myself. Something on your mind? That girl that's designing the clothes. Laura, what about her? She's cute, but she should take more care in her appearance. I mean, right now she fits the unkempt cutie category so well that it's almost painful. It's so cliched that I can't help but cringe when looking at her. Cringe? It's like when you see something that's such a cheesy movie cliche. You just feel the need to kick whatever the hell it is. Kick? Maybe I didn't think I'd have to say this to you twice in the same month, but you shouldn't kick people. I wasn't gonna kick her. Why do you think I'd kick her? Because I've seen you kick people before. Apparently unprovoked or due to complicated reasons only you understand. Fine, guilty as charged. Still, I'm gonna do something about her. I feel like I just need to. It's a matter of honor. Honor, she says. Well, maybe honor isn't the right word. But she has potential, and I'm not going to let her waste it. I'm gonna go check on the antenna on the roof. Alright. She's your boss, right? Didn't you meet her before? Nope. I'm just the veterinarian. The dogs were the ones that organized a meeting with her. I'd say she's really good looking, but honestly, those pants rob her of charm. What do you mean? You make her look too uptight. And at a glance, she doesn't seem like the type. Some shorts or a skirt would fit her better. She wears a skirt or pants depending on her mood. There's also this one time where she came in wearing a kilt. That kilt was awesome! Damn, she has nice hearing. Now that I think about it, you have the hobby of speculating what someone's personality is based on just their looks. You did the same with Jill here. Amazing, you actually made that sound weird as hell. Yes, I have the habit of trying to guess someone's behavior based on their looks. No, it's not a hobby. You made that sound like I'm some sort of creep. I did? What did you think about me? Nothing much, really. Mostly that you were too polite. Not a neutral polite, though. More like a professional polite. You're like that because you need to be. That was it, really. Although the way you looked at me when I said your boss could use a skirt or shorts was interesting. You seemed interested in what I said. like you'd like to see that scenario. You're thinking too much. What do you think of Gil, then? He's either a total simpleton, or acts like one way that consumes the rest of his character. I hit the wrong button. That wasn't the mute key. Oopsie. But anyway, I'm just a veterinarian. My judgment might be clouded by seeing so many furry businessmen. Let's have another round. You'll have something strong. You need to pump some testosterone into your taste in drinks. You'll thank me later, trust me. 2 strong drinks, manly drinks, I don't care which ones. You shut up. It says Mars Blast. Here. Now, drink. Oh, man up, you'll get used to it. Hey, Jill, has someone ever proposed to you as a prank? You know, make you think they're falling in love with you just to reveal that it was all a prank? Jill? First year of high school, the guy I had my eyes on for a whole year asked me out. Saturday morning, I go to the meeting place, and what do I find? It was all a prank by some bitches. Sorry, The worst part isn't that they set me up, but rather that I saw it coming. I knew that guy wouldn't find me attractive enough to ask me out. I knew those bitches would target me sooner or later just for kicks. I knew it all, so when it all happened, I felt nothing. They confirmed my suspicions that teenagers are a plague that must be eradicated. Anyway, why the question? Hey, piece of scrap. Yeah. These are the situations where you should have stopped me before I said anything. It's better to learn by tripping yourself. Why the question, though? I was asking because one of my ex's cousins had been hitting on me the past couple of days. If it were somebody else, I'd pretend to be straight up with them, to be straight up with the help of this piece of scrap here. Oh my god, I'm fucking dying right now. I'd pretend to be straight with this piece of scrap here. Sadly, she knows who I am. Worst part is knowing Vero. Vero? She probably put her cousin up to it as a practical joke. I suggest telling the cousin that she should cut it out. If she feels genuinely offended, they might not have been in cahoots. But I'm just spouting nonsense based on what you've told me. Don't pay too much attention. It's better than my suggestion. What was yours? Waterboarding? Okay. The fact that she knows how to waterboard somebody is what scares me most. The Girl Scouts also taught me how to skin a deer, and I see nobody making a fuss about that. The Girl Scouts teach you how to waterboard? But yeah, your advice sounds good enough. Especially when you factor that if Gina's being honest about her, she probably won't feel offended. Which one was that again? Blonde, flat as a cutting board, but cute as a button. She came to the office Christmas party, right? That's the one. It's getting late, we should get going. Yeah. Thank you again for everything, Jill. Holy shit, day 5 looks really long. Back. This damn cat's moving the internet antenna. Oh yeah, Gil, some guy said I should tell you that the bunny's late, whatever that means. Oh shit. Boss, I'm leaving early. If I don't come back in 2 days, consider me as good as dead. Yeah. Shouldn't we be worried? Think of him as a kid that tells outrageous stories to get attention and everything will be easier. Besides, he knows how to take care of himself. He'll be here on Monday like nothing ever happened. In any case, I'll be back in my office. Maybe now I can finish watching that Didgeridoo tutorial? Didgeridoo. Oh. Hello, Jill. Ah, Stella, you're here for another drink today? Not really. I was just around the neighborhood and... Right. Anyway, I found this bottle being neglected at my house. I got a... Achievement? What? And I thought somebody who likes old liquor as much as you would appreciate it. I don't know what to say, thanks! Well, it's nothing, really. This just in. The Apollo Trust Bank has locked its doors, leaving about 30 people trapped inside. Can I change this? The security system, nope, was activated after somebody tried to steal information from the main database. Early this morning, the bank... Oh god, say! I wonder if she'll be alright. Oh, hello, Jamie. Good evening, Jill. Did you see the news about the Apollo Trust Bank? The news flash just ended. Oh, it stays on breaking. Sounds like things got ugly. From what I heard, there was a commotion earlier today. Something about people being unable to leave the building. Let's hope for the best. This sounds like the Brawl theme. Fuck, I can play my own music. Hold on, I can play my own music. Hold on. Is this the song I'm thinking of? Yeah, it is. Gil stormed off just a minute ago, though. I see. I guess the bunny was late. He definitely knows what's going on. What can I get you? Give me a Mars Blast. This music fits very well. It's a little... maybe too loud, just slightly. Let's turn it down a little bit. There. And now it's too quiet. Fuck. Here, leave it there. Can't wait to get copyright striked for this. Oh, fuck. It's supposed to be blended. Actually, yeah, I might get copyright claimed for this. I should probably turn this off. But it sounds so good, and if I keep talking, I might be okay. Yeah, I just gotta keep talking. Don't stop talking, and everything will be fine. Did I actually accidentally click on aged? I did. God damn it. Okay, that's 6 Bronson extractoids for whatever these are. I don't know how to pronounce any of this stuff. I misclicked fucking... Final try, it will work this time. There. 1 Mars Blast. Yeah, this is the one. Mars Blast has always seemed poorly named to me. Shouldn't it be red instead of yellowish? Then again, the whole red planet thing is still its nickname. So how have you been doing? I was working a contract, actually. But the target's inside the Apollo Trust Bank. Figured I'd simply leave him be for now. And then you came for a drink. Yeah. Part of me wants to ask who your target is, but I'm guessing it's a secret. I can tell you that it appears to be part of a power struggle somewhere. Has the target ever made you a counteroffer to go after the one that sent you? They usually don't live long enough. I also don't like it when a target who's seen my face manages to survive. What happened? Nothing, I just suddenly thought, what if somebody sent you after me? I'd reject the contract. You would? I don't ask the name of many people, you know, and I always remember those whose name I've asked. They're real in my eyes. I like to know them better, and to some extent I care about them. I need that because otherwise... Nothing you should concern yourself with. But don't worry, unless you suddenly find yourself caught in the middle of a power struggle. The only way I see you becoming tangled up in that kind of mess is if you find yourself too involved with gangs. Thanks for the advice, I guess. Still, the thought of people hiring others to kill somebody is... I can't wrap my head around that, and I don't want to either. The world can be a dark place, Jill. Do you think that people in the bank will be alright? This isn't the first time the bank has closed like that, but something is off about this. Off? How? I don't know, maybe it's the hour, maybe it's the fact that the news is making an unusually big stink of it. Let's hope I'm just overthinking it. Yeah. Are you worried about something? A girl that was in here yesterday said she was going to that bank. It's not like me to be personally interested in what happens to clients, but... Never mind. Do you want something else? Yeah, can I make time for one more drink? Fetch me a beer, keep it simple. Beer? $400 beer. Here. I once read that beer played an important part in humanity's history. I'm familiar with the theory. It's an interesting one. The gist of it is that brewing was an important part of society during its development. Drinks were ubiquitous while feasting. Thought I said fasting for a second. They helped to foster bonds and build faction alliances. Given enough time and enough beer, larger societies would be born. You seem to know a lot about this. Nah, just enough. Last time you came, you mentioned something about going haywire. What did you mean? I'm intrigued. Have you ever felt like your sanity has slipped right by you? A client earlier tonight was driving me nuts, but aside from that, no. Which one is she referring to? Art or Streaming Chan? Truth be told, neither have I, but I'm afraid of it happening. How so? I don't know, I just have the lingering fear that at some point I won't be myself. I'll go crazy. I'll wake up a stranger to myself and I won't care. It's just an irrational fear that lingers in me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like the fear of cockroaches for some people. Cockroaches. Only instead of fearing a crawling nuisance, you fear lunacy. Something like that. Sometimes I wonder if uploading my brain would solve all these problems. Well, that technology is still a ways off. I've heard of a couple of experiments regarding the technology, but it seems everything's still too buggy. I'll have to wait until it's safe then. Until then, don't worry too much about those possibilities unless they're tangible enough. Otherwise, you're no better than a hypochondriac. Good point. The way you the way you said it made it sound like something you'd feel. Fuck. Water. I need water. The way you said it makes it sound like something you feel like might happen. Something you're just afraid could happen at some point. That's pretty much it, yeah. Doesn't that make you saner? Saner, I mean? Are you really on your way to becoming an unhinged maniac? I don't know if you think about it at all. You might have a point there. Well, nice talking to you, Jill. Same here, always a pleasure. Say hello to Gillian for me when he comes back. All done. You want to stay here? Seems like the street's quite restless. Thanks, but I'll pass. I have a couple of matters to attend to at home. You do? I ordered a nano camo module for my apartment. It should be installed by now. Isn't that a tad expensive? To be honest, I asked my mom for it. She had been pestering me for a gift I wanted for Mega Christmas for a while. She's been asking that for 4 years now, and I've always said I was fine. So I took the chance and asked her for it. Used up all the past gifts. Feels a bit weird to ask your parents for a gift like that when you're 27. I'm sure she doesn't mind. So what will the nano camo module change from your apartment? I got the basic plan. Walls and one piece of cloth, so I picked my kotatsu too. You have a kotatsu? You know what a kotatsu is, boss? I'm more impressed you know what it is. I mean, futons are common knowledge, but a kotatsu, not so much. Days get cold, and the heater might just not be enough. The Japanese have mastered how to live comfortably in reduced spaces. You should invite me there sometime. I'm gonna see how you decorate the place with that. Let's plan a day to grab a beer, yeah. Well, I gotta go. See you tomorrow, boss. Careful out there. Why am I getting red? Like, I'm getting red text. What does that mean? Jill wants to buy a fan even though it's winter. Buying one will prevent her from getting too distracted. Use nanocam to customize your room. How do I do that? What's a nano camo? Something to liven up things in this room. How do I change it? I guess I'll go buy a fan. How expensive are they? Oh my god, that's $10,000. No, it's $1,000, my bad. Not as bad. Okay, here's the fan. Jill bought what she wanted and she's pleased with herself. She will surely focus at work. I'm assuming I change it from here. Nano camo, okay. Waifu. Mascot. Camo Tan is our mascot. She's designed by a veteran character designer from Sukeban Games, Kiribrin 51. Oh yeah, gotta know those measurements. Oh, it costs some money. Of course it does. I don't really care. What did I just see there? What was that? Okay, here. Rad. The later ones look kind of cool. I don't really care about the colors. Yeah, I'm fine. Apollo Bank is getting attacked. Oh, these are all new. And no one is reporting on it. Are you actually surprised? Considering the nature of their threats, it's clear that Quincy doesn't want to take the blame. The fucking coward. Do we have any sources there? I'm posting from the site. It looks like someone's inside the bank with a huge bomb threatening to blow up the building. And he demands they want Quincy to quit and the White Knights disbanded. So they're actually helping the protesters? That's not the way to help the people. What if this is just a huge false flag to blame the opposition? I wouldn't be surprised. This fucking place, lol. Let's wait for more info. Streaming Chan went nuts last night. Where the hell is she now? I don't even recognize the place she's at now. It doesn't look pretty either. At least she's getting some rest. What did I miss? Streaming Chan went to Valhalla, got a bit drunk, and got the hell out of there all hyper tired. Tried to steal snacks from a vending machine, but the thing defended itself with an electronic shock. I'm going to marry Streaming Chan. You just don't mess with those things. She fell asleep from the shock. As expected from Streaming Chan. I just hope nothing happens to her while she lays there. Falls asleep in a shoddy back street in Glitch City. She'll be fine. I'm fucking crying right now. Let me tell you the story. Wait for the OP to deliver. I'm here anyway. Here it goes. I went home after buying groceries at the store. I was very tired because I had to line up for hours. Oh, I can't scroll it when it goes over here. Alright. I had to line up for hours just to buy milk, and when I'm finally out of there, a group of 3 white knights stopped me and started asking for my ID, and also wanted to see my bag to check if I wasn't a scalper. Once they saw everything was in order, they asked me for a military service ID, and I just... what the fuck? Why would I have that on me? And there's no enforced constrict... whatever that says anymore. It doesn't make sense. Because I didn't have it on me, they asked for money, or else they'd plant drugs on me. I, of course, refused, but they'd lose their patience. And one of them hit me right in my temple with a gun. I was bleeding like crazy on the floor, so they just took my groceries and left. Holy shit, man, I fucking hate this place. I hate it so much. I want to leave this fucking hellhole. I'm so tired of this shit every fucking day. Okay, police brutality, that's... alright. Even though most countries in the world have adapted their economies to solve the ongoing problem of climate change in Glitch City still relies on ancient technologies in order to keep costs low with profits high. As a result of this backwards policy, it seems as though we'll be experiencing a huge increase in air pollution next year. Our contamination levels will force the whole population to move away from a lot of areas within the city. The soil is dying at an alarming pace, said experts in a report. Having to buy special raincoats and umbrellas does suck, but experts say you better get used to it. The augmented eye is being attacked. Hi everyone. We take your security seriously here at the Augmented Eye, and we have the obligation to disclose that recent articles on Alice Rabbit were vandalized by who we think is Alice Rabbit themselves, or a very good impersonator. We want to extend our apologies and inform that we'll be limiting our coverage of Alice Rabbit to just factual news and not entertainment pieces. Probably a good thing. Hijacked screens at downtown Casanova announced what seems to be a terrorist threat aimed at the Apollo Trust Bank. The information suggests that a currently unidentified bomber is currently inside the building. The White Knights counterterrorism unit responded to the threat immediately. However, the bank was then locked down by an external network attack. We might be dealing with a dual threat here, CTUs. Chloe Bauer told AE Augmented Eye. The bank has been sealed shut using its own disaster prevention system. However, none of the terminals of the bank were working at the time. The building is basically sealed at this point. The hostages are trapped. Okay. Oh goddammit, I haven't been reading those. Thank god I don't pay for these fuckers for a sub. How long until someone says pollution is good? There's a book. May the God's guide say to safety. I've been lucky to never have that kind of problem with the White Knights, I guess. 3 hours. I don't think I'm gonna do another game after this. I'm very tired for some reason. I blame the reading. I get too into this game, but, like, then it consumes me. And I start to die. I really shouldn't have bought the Turing. Yeah, I think I'm done. Actually, before I go, I want to see what this thing here is on the menu. If it lets me. Please. What is Anna? Yawn. Such a slow night. At least I'm not serving dogs. Normally this would be where a dog shows up like a cheap punchline. I guess not. Speaking of dogs, I wonder where the hell is Gil? Bored? Ah! Sorry, did I wake you up? I wasn't sleeping, my eyes were open. You went to college, right? You know, having your eyes open means nothing. Don't worry, I don't blame you. It's been a really long time since we had such a slow night. In fact, I think the last time we had nights this slow was before you started working here. Really? It happened when Robert was still working here. Who? My first employee, the poor idiot, bought a levitation potion and threw himself off a building. Oh. As it turned out, the potion actually worked. Come again? He started rising in the air and couldn't stop. They later found his body smeared across the nose of a commercial flight that was on its way to Canjevania. That sounds even worse, but anyway. Should you really dismiss that so easily? We didn't have a single client that night. Not even a lost soul asking for directions. But then suddenly a kid shows up. He was obviously underage. But I was bored, so I decided to let him order something. I gave him one Karma Train free drink. I mean, even if I was letting him order, I wasn't about to give alcohol to the underage boy. And then when the time came for him to pay his tab, he realized he didn't have enough money. He yanked his shirt over his head and started screaming he's a ghost and tried to escape. So I kicked him so hard that he flew out of the bar and told him ghosts shouldn't feel pain. Boss, did you really kick an underage kid? Of course not, I just gave him a warning and made him wash a couple of dishes. The fact that you even thought for a moment that I would kick a young, innocent child hurts me to no end, you know? Anyway, just keep it up. Someone will show up sooner or later. I sure hope so. Hold on, come to think of it, aren't Gil's checks made out to Robert? No. Well, at least that story killed a couple of minutes. I think I don't know, sort the glasses here or something. We had a fedora-shaped glass? Anybody here? Sorry, I'll be right— Ow! That's the girl from the opening. I'm fine, yeah. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you, something wrong? Are you sure you're old enough to drink? Well, seeing as how I'm old enough to eat solid food, I'm gonna guess drinking won't be a problem. You know that's not what I meant. Yeah, I'm old enough to drink. I turned 21 not too long ago, actually. What was that? No, hold on, let me see that again. What was that? What? I saw a face in there. Okay. What do you need me to give you? I must be sleep deprived or something. What's this deja vu feeling, though? It's fine, don't worry. What can I get you? I feel like having a sugar rush. I don't think that's a real person. Give her alcohol. Here you go. Thanks! Yep, this is the stuff. You know, I could have just been lying through my teeth. I could be an underage liar. You could have sold alcoholic drinks to an underage kid. How would that make you feel? Meh. Meh? I don't believe in the myth that kids don't drink alcohol. I've met 16-year-olds that drank a lot more than I do. Limiting the alcohol they can get is necessary, but if you make it look like a forbidden pleasure, well, you only make them crave it more. Well, I bet if you gave kids alcohol, they'd start swearing off of it earlier. So you're fine with giving drinks to underage kids? No. But if that were to happen, I wouldn't get my panties in a bunch. Wouldn't you get punished for doing that? You'd have to admit publicly that you ordered alcohol first, and that would bring you a different array of problems. Oh. Did you come here looking to get me in trouble? No, I just wanted a reaction out of you, but you're taking it all too calmly. Why? I don't know, your face makes me want to tease you. I suddenly feel like I'm back in high school. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Please show me your ID. Sure. Seems everything is in order, Miss Anna Graham. Why is the date omitted? Where have I heard that name before? Go ahead, just try to make a joke I haven't heard yet before. I'll politely refuse. No, I'm serious, go ahead. People think it's too easy, so they never make jokes about my name. I'm still going to politely refuse. You're no fun. So what's your name, Miss Bartender? My name? You saw my name, I have the right to know yours. I'm Jill. Jill what? Just Jill. Yeah, but what's your fuck, don't hit the microphone. What's your full name? Just call me Jill. Fine, I'll just pretend Jill is a way of seeing your name is actually Joanna Ignacia Laurent Lone. Actually, I'll shorten it to Joe. Whatever floats your boat. Say Joe, this place looks awfully desolate. Joe's, she says. It's been a slow day, a really, really slow day. I'm actually glad you showed up. I was growing bored as hell. I mean, it's not like we're always bustling with activity, but this is unusual even for here. What is this music? So I take it this isn't a popular place, then. We have our regulars, but we're not like the bars on the main street. Still, I like this place. It's comfy and I don't know, it makes me feel safe. I mean, I feel that way too, but this place usually gives off the opposite impression. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Nope, no sneeze. Can't blame them, though. This isn't exactly the best part of the city. That's a shame. I really like how isolated this place feels. You can't hear the sounds of the city in here. It's nice. But then again, you could say I have some experience with isolated places, so it might just be nostalgia. Speaking of coming in here, now that I think about it, you didn't ask for my ID when I first came in. Why didn't you do it if you were so suspicious? Well, firstly, I was bored. Figures. And second, I felt like you were of legal age. How? I've had a lot of kids coming in thinking they could get away with ordering a drink, but they're too nervous or jumpy. I don't usually give drinks to kids like that. They don't know what they're dealing with. What if they're not like that, but still underage? If they at least look like they're above legal age, I would be able to live with myself, I guess. I won't give them anything if I know they're still kids, but hey, I'm bound to be fooled sometimes. So I'm guessing I wasn't jumpy? Yep. I see. Hey Joe, now that I know I can drink legally, can I get another one? Give me something sweet. She wants something sweet. I'm assuming it doesn't matter. No, there's nothing for, extras like that. Blue Fairy. This is optional. I'll put it in. One sweet drink. Thanks. You know, if all drinks were like this, I'd be afraid of turning into an alcoholic. Please don't joke about that. How can you say that? You're a bartender. Did her color change, or am I going nuts? She looks a little more contrasty. Just like how personal trainers don't want their trainees to turn into oh god, ow. Into steroid junkies. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Still, this one's really nice. Hey Joe, do you drink? I suppose, yeah, it'd be weird for a bartender not to drink, you know? Is the logo supposed to be red? I feel like I'm actually going crazy. I don't know, I've met dentists with bad teeth, and bartenders who don't drink normally would make sense. That's silly. It's like a vegan chef running a barbecue restaurant. You think? I mean, it's not a matter of whether you can eat or drink whatever it is that you're making. It's more like, why do it if you don't like it? Well, I guess that's true. A dentist might have bad teeth, but he could still like working in dentistry. Well, why bother bartending if you don't like alcohol? See? Something wrong? I just noticed you haven't said my name yet. I haven't what? Aside from when you read my ID out loud, you haven't said my name! Meanwhile, I've called you yours like a gazillion times now. The wrong name, though. Well, I haven't had the need to say your name. Come on, humor me, say my name! Why? Say my name! Say my name! Say my name! Anna. One more time. Anna. Yes, now one more time. Nana. Maybe I need glasses? There's that feeling again. Did I just see someone glitch out in the past? Ah, come on. Why did you want me to say your name? I like hearing people call me by name. It feels personal and fuzzy. But asking people to say your name like that is a bit quirky? Creepy. I don't know about that. There was a certain someone who would wake me up in the morning saying my name. Your name is important. Once you know someone's name, the gap between that person and you disappears. Once you give names to things, you start seeing them as important members of the family. So what if it's creepy? It's still nice. Stop calling me Joe and use my name, then. Say, Anna, can I ask you something? You called me by name, so sure. About your arm. What about it? Oh yeah, I'm lacking one. Did saying the word creepy remind you of its absence? Actually, I've been wanting to ask you about it since you came in. I didn't even notice. At least be uncomfortable for a second. I'm trying to get a rise out of you, sheesh. Oh, why'd you have to say sheesh? She is... She... How did I lose it? If it's not too personal. It isn't. I'm actually proud of it. The tail. You're looking at a proud survivor of the nanomachine rejection. I thought that was something doctors detected while a fetus was still in the womb. Yes and no. There's actually two types of nanomachine rejection syndrome. The first one is the most common. They usually detect it while you're still a fetus. That's when they turn you into a cat boomer. The other one is can sometimes appear in your teenage years. It's incredibly rare, but it's still possible. So that arm. Nanomachine rejection basically causes your body to attack itself. Tissues start ripping apart, your organs malfunction. I was lucky in the end. All I lost was an arm and a handful of toes. Get it, a handful, because I lost 5? Anyway. I have a prosthetic arm, but it's in maintenance right now. It's a bit weird to be without it. I still feel like it's there. Just a couple of hours ago, I tried to grab something and just stood there thinking that my arm was doing something. But anyway, mind getting me another drink? We can keep talking about my stump after that. What do you want? Something classy. It's weird being in a bar and not asking for a fancy drink. Something classy? This is classy. Bad touch. Hold on, wait. Is there something fancy and classy? Sweet and classy. Maybe that one? Not really, no. I guess we'll go with this one. This one. Here. This looks expensive, alright. I'm starting to have second thoughts right now. Just drink it. I'm starting to feel dizzy. That's nice. It is? Of course. I spent so much time in hospitals and whatnot, but now I'm just living my life, you know? I want to feel the good and the bad. No more being forced to sit quietly in a quarantine room. Yeah, I get that. Like, quarantine. Type 2 nanomachine rejection patients are put in special chambers free from nanomachine particles in the air. That prevents them from being assimilated and aggravating their whole situation. I'm sorry, assimilated? You can be assimilated? Okay. To be fair, not all of my memories of that chamber are bad. I did spend 3-4 years in one of those places. Really that long? Well, I didn't go for the genetic level treatment, so it was longer and a lot less expensive. I'm not going to complain, though. I'm alive thanks to all that. And I left with so many fond memories, too. So that's what you meant by the whole feeling nostalgic in isolated places thing. Yep. Are you alright? I'm fine, just dizzy. Joe, if I ordered 2 drinks, would you be willing to share one with me? Come again? To be honest, talking about the treatment and all made me feel a bit lonely. Sorry if it's not something you can do, but I had to ask. It's not something I normally do, but... you know, what the hell, sure. I want a piano man and a piano woman. I'm the computer man. I gotta, like, figure out something, music-wise, to play during this stream. 2 drinks. Which one do you want? Do you prefer the man or the woman? I'm fine with either, really. I'll pick the woman, then. Cheers! Did that say this will end? Is that what I saw? I think I saw it said, this will end. What the fuck does that mean? Alright, this is getting weird. I said, cheers! Oh, cheers. Yeah! Are you okay? Hey, Joe, why do you think bad things happen? That's a sudden question. How so? If there's a god, why do you think bad things happen? Are you in a contemplative mood or something? Kinda. Huh? I remember a conversation in college where a classmate said, "We give God too much flack." Well, let's imagine a place where virtually nothing bad happens. If an experience doesn't one-up the last good thing you enjoyed, you'll feel like it was a bad one. Even if you lived in a place where every good thing was one-upped by an even better good, past events would seem bad. Let's say you have chocolate. I like chocolate. Everyone does. My mom doesn't. Then she's a rare case. She also doesn't like pizza. Is she even human? Sorry. Where was I? Chocolate. Right. If you only got good chocolate, a slightly less good chocolate would taste awful. I can see that. And if you only got chocolate that tasted better each time, then the chocolates you ate in the past would worsen in memory. Now I get it! So yeah, sometimes bad is just a matter of contrast. That still doesn't justify why bad things like death happen. I don't know, maybe we're just too concerned with smaller plans to look at the bigger picture. Maybe that death will trigger something else in the future. If there's reincarnation, maybe that person's needed somewhere else. Maybe the world works in an entirely different way and we're limited by human reasoning. I don't know. I'm just a bartender. If there's someone to ask about metaphysical nature of death, it's not me. Sometimes I think God is just a dick. You would make a good Megaten character. Giving me a disease, allowing me to survive it, but depriving me of my special someone. Do you need context for all of that? The special someone, I mean. I'll connect the dots eventually. Keep talking. You're obviously venting some stuff there. Alright then. It's like God's... I don't know. It's like he's some edgy writer who likes having his character suffer. I take solace in that reasoning because then I start expecting bad things. What if you're looking at it from the wrong angle? How so? Main characters usually have this tragic backstory that we never really see in the beginning. Something that helps them move on, that gives them motivation to power through the plot. Maybe you're not living to the girth of your story yet. Maybe this is your backstory getting said. Who knows what the future holds for you? That'd be nice. It's at least better than my old outlook. Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm gonna start thinking that way now. Today my origin story ends and my actual narrative begins. That's the spirit. Thanks, Joe. I feel a bit better. I'll be here if you need an ear. Glad to know that. I have to leave. Bye, Joe. Please come again. What the fuck is she supposed to be? That was an entertaining diversion. Boss, what happened? I came to ask you that. Huh? You just spent an hour talking to yourself. No, I didn't. There was a girl called Anna here. There was nobody here. I was actually coming to tell you that you were gonna close for tonight and that you were chatting with... Wait. I was actually coming to tell you you were gonna close for tonight. We're gonna... Fuck, I'm dying right now. I was actually coming to tell you we're gonna close for tonight, and there you were, chatting with the thin air. A spirited talk, too. That can't be, she paid for her drinks. The registry says the money came from your account. But all the drinks I served her. You mean the liquid that someone who is definitely not going to be me has to clean off the floor? But Jill, you're worrying me. Are you okay? The last thing I need is another employee who talks to herself. Another employee? Are you sure there wasn't anyone else here? I even checked the security cameras. You were here by yourself the whole time. Maybe you're tired. You probably were, just sleep-talking really intensely or something. Yeah, maybe. Come on, I'll drive you home. Maybe you just need a rest. What the hell just happened? Okay. So... Anna is not a real person, I'm assuming. That was weird. Yeah, that's really fucking weird. Huh. Those don't really even look like scan lines. They're kind of just a bit of a shitty filter. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow, most likely, with, Hold on, I can fix this. Far. There we go. I'll be back tomorrow with, something. I don't know what. I'll figure it out. I will leave you off with some music.